All right, what's up, everybody, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the TheLnchtablePodcast. Today we got my mom and my aunt on here. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm his mom, Holly.
Hello there. My name's Tara, and I am Jason's aunt.
Yep. And then we got Wayne.
Yo, what it is, boys. What it is.
He's the backup, and then Victoria's.
I'm backup of
She's lurking in the shadows.
I think he's on the floor. It's like a Tokyo tea house.
Yeah. So we've. It was originally supposed to be like an all Star Wars full send pod, but the boy Frankie couldn't make it. So
sad face.
Sad face now. Sad face. Yeah. So Wayne's in the co-pilot seat right now.
What it is.
But we're still going to talk Star Wars, right? Because we got the people here. But also I think we're going to talk to Mom a little bit too. So I mean, we'll see. We're going
to talk about
anything about Star Wars.
Talk into the mic.
I know
Mom.
nothing about Star Wars.
Don't get too close. That was a little bit too close.
That's a little stalker. I'm like stalker in my ears. Please don't.
All right. So, but before we get into that, just to talk a little bit about what you do. You have, you do cosplay. You do a lot of those different things. So, want to go ahead and talk about that to the viewers?
Sure. Again, like I said, my name's Tara. I'm Jason's aunt. I've been doing cosplay now for, 5, 6, maybe 7 years. My biggest fandom, obviously, is Star Wars. And when I saw Star Wars in the theater in 1983, that would be The Empire Strikes Back, nice. I fell in love with Star Wars. It's been my life since day one. I wanted to be a stormtrooper. And then I saw Boba Fett. I wanted to be Boba Fett. And then Darth Vader. So as an adult, when you can afford those things, I decided I'm going to do some cosplay. So decided to go ahead and make a Mandalorian merc, which is what Boba Fett is, if you all know Star Wars. So I made a merc. Her name is Riza Hadar. I got approved for the Mandalorian Mercs Costume Club in 2017. So I have an official costume that is basically movie quality, a Mandalorian merc. And if you all know The Mandalorian, who's now on Disney Plus, that's just like, it's our creed. Right. The Mandalorians are a creed. So that was like my dream. And then I made a Jawa. And as everybody knows, Jawas are, your Denzians of, Tatooine. There's off-world Jawas now on, other planets and stuff like that. So I made a Jawa. And then I got approved to the 501st Legion, which, again, is a worldwide costuming club, all official Lucasfilm, approved and stuff like that. So I got 2 of those costumes. At home, I have a Boosh. I'm working on a Boosh. I got a helmet for that. I have a Shadow Trooper helmet. I have 3 Twi'leks. I have a Jen Erso. I just have a ton of stuff of Star Wars. So I like costuming. I like dressing up, going to Comic-Cons. Star Wars fans are fun. You know what I mean? It's just been my life this whole entire time. So kind of cool. I enjoy it.
That's awesome.
You feel kind of badass, too. You put that armor on and you're walking around and legitly, I want to fight people.
You're living the dream.
Yes, I am living
all the time.
I'm Holly all the time here. I walk around and my teeth are clenched and I feel like such a badass. Like I want to fight people and
ready to hop into action at any moment.
Just don't get arrested.
Exactly. No. I legitimately want to fight people. But yeah, it's just been a dream of mine, and I live Star Wars every day. Star Wars shirts, jewelry, purses, sneakers, costumes, pins, anything that Star Wars is. I don't know, just my life. So kind of cool.
Tattoo.
Yeah, I got
the
a tattoo. Star Wars
awesome.
tattoo. Boba Fett tattoo. Boba Fett half sleeve tattoo there. I'm thinking about another one.
Ooh.
I want to get a Captain Rex one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's the man.
That'd be
That's
awesome.
the leader of the 501st, right?
Captain Rex?
Captain Rex,
yeah,
during
the
the
Clone
Wars.
Yeah, during the Clone Wars.
He was the captain of it, I'm pretty sure.
Well, hence the name Captain Rex.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Man, why are you gripping the mic that way?
Bro, because I like holding it like that. I can't hold it like that, bro.
No, because there's a little thing at the top that's supposed to lock so it doesn't move.
Oh.
And now if you let it go, it's going to turn to the left.
Break it.
It's fine. It's all right. I'll hold it.
Okay.
I like
all right. Okay.
It.
We'll take care of that later. Post-production.
There you
Post-production.
go.
But no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I think we went to one, me and Frankie, who's who's probably listening to this, but we went to one, just a local one. It was Lehigh Valley Comic-Con.
Yes.
You went with Jake.
Yep.
And that was really cool to see you guys kind of up there and all dressed up in action. That was kind of dope.
Yeah, it's
that
very
was
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, Comic-Cons are awesome. Yeah, you guys came to it. Holly, you were
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Wayne was there.
I wanna
Nikki
go to
was
another
there.
Comic-Con.
Like, I mean, that was
Things
little
are
too. Lehigh Valley Comic-Con is the local con. The lady who runs it is awesome. Her name's Karen. She's been doing it for a long time. Nice. We went from that little tiny...
at the fire hall?
Yeah, the fire hall, which was so cramped. It had grown so big over the years that we literally were cramped in this fire hall.
Yeah.
And then they got a spot at El Tri-C.
Yeah.
So then they started doing cons at El Tri-C, and that was phenomenal. You know, they had artists and more artists and more cosplay groups, and you know, we had the Ghostbusters come and
That's so
Philly
dope.
Avengers
Dude, the
and
Ghostbusters.
like just geekdom.
Zoe has
galore.
a costume, right?
Yeah, she's
a couple.
It's a Critical Role, which is a D&D role-playing game.
Oh my god, my friend loves D&D. That man.
Shout out to Zoe.
So
That's
Zoe-
our cousin.
Yep, my daughter.
Shout out to Zoe.
She's got that. Let's see, The Witcher as well. James, her boyfriend, has a Witcher costume. She had a Ciri costume. Like, it's just, you know, a fun thing to do. If you don't know comics or movies or video games, like, just check out your local
BioShock.
Comic-Con. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love BioShock.
Fabulous. I have a splicer from BioShock that I wore one year
those
to
things.
New York Comic Con. Like, it's just so much fun to make costumes and, you know, be somebody else for, you know, 4 hours that you're walking around, or, you know, you see somebody cool and you're like, oh, I want to be that person. And you can.
Yeah.
You can. You can step away from it and be whoever you want to be. So,
For sure.
yeah.
It's fire.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were Daryl Dixon.
Oh, we don't.
At the same Comic-Con. What?
Comic-Con.
Okay, yeah.
It was a Daryl Dixon
That was-
Star
that was
Wars
a- that was
crossover
a-
special event.
That was a Walking Dead
Yeah.
phase, man.
That
I-
was, hey, Walking Dead, man.
Walking Dead.
Okay. I
Yeah, do you
Remember
remember?
Daryl?
Yeah, Daryl
I
Dixon,
remember.
man. Walking Dead.
I
That's
remember
one of
that
my fandoms.
too. Yeah, I was. How old was I? I don't remember how old I was.
It had to be.
I was so.
We were going to school at El Tri-C, so that had to have been like
Well, it had to
3
be like.
years ago,
Like,
4 years
you were
ago.
13, I think.
Oh.
12.
13.
So, yeah,
I
what?
loved. I
3
loved
years
The
ago,
Walking
4
Dead.
years ago?
I haven't seen Walking Dead in a minute.
I
But
haven't
I've
either,
been
actually.
I
following.
mean, yeah, I
the,
kind of fell off on it. to
I've
be
been
honest.
following the Telltale series though. That thing's got me. Sadly, Telltale is no longer a thing, but
Oh, the video games? Yeah.
Video
Those
games
were
are
lots
clean.
of fun.
I
Lots
love
of fun
those
with
games.
Clementine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
that was,
Clementine, that's
fun.
Clem.
She's raising her hand.
That was
Victoria,
fun.
what?
What's up, Miss Vicky?
Yes.
No, they can't hear you.
Yeah,
No.
me and Ray need to finish Walking Dead, Mister. Excuse me.
I'm not watching The Walking
All right,
Dead.
so she said that you got to. She threatened
Well,
you
I'm watching Bad
live
Batch.
on the podcast.
Okay, she's gonna. I'm suing.
Sue.
I just said.
Well, what is Bad Batch about? That's a
Bad Batch is about a group of clones, which is actually the group is called 99, and Clone Trooper 99 is actually its own self a Easter egg to a clone trooper named 99 who was a defect clone, which was they didn't really do much with defect clones. Normally they'll just kill them off, but they kept them around, and he would give equipment, guns, any equipment to the clones, to the recruitment clones.
So what are they,
Regs.
like misfits?
They are
A group of,
they
like,
have different type of abilities. Like one has strength, one has tech, one has
Leadership
hunting.
and-
Hunting. His name is Hunter. They have Wrecker, which is the strong one, and he wears a commando armor, which I really love.
Yeah, that's
Bad Batch.
badass.
Bad Batch is really good. They have Crosshair, which is a sniper. He's really good with like sniping and stuff. He's really good. They have, I'm trying to remember, they have Echo. Now, Echo wasn't he used to be a reg, but if you have watched the Clone Wars, which I don't want to spoil, he lost a lot of stuff. He's no longer a reg. He's considered a, like, robot, more robot than man.
And Tara, did you watch the Clone Wars?
Yes.
You watched it?
Well, wait, is that the same like
Son.
cartoon?
Yes, the same
Yes.
people,
Yeah,
same
okay.
Lucas.
Listen,
Yes.
if you listen to this
General
podcast,
Grievous?
No, he's
Okay.
dead.
all right, if you
Well,
listen
I mean,
to
he
this
was in the
podcast,
Clone Wars, though.
Right.
yeah, if you listen to this
dead.
podcast, sorry, spoilers coming. Just say what you got to say. Yeah, don't.
Oh my god, dude. Cad. Oh,
If you haven't seen Clone Wars, go watch it. Son.
You seen that
Man.
one?
No, but Cad Bane, I didn't get to see it. But
Oh,
yes, that's some spoilers.
there was,
Well, okay, there's some spoilers in there.
sorry.
Don't be like telling
But-
people who haven't
but-
watched it yet.
I'm so sorry. I was so hyped when I saw him because it was such like I was first like when I watched the episode, I was like, man, this thing's like it's getting hyped, but I wasn't expecting who to come back because he
Yeah.
wasn't in Clone Wars for so long.
He's badass.
The thing is,
Well,
there
Boba was supposed to have killed him and all that stuff.
yeah,
so,
actually has a
yep.
metal thing on his head because they guess it's still part of the thing, but I guess they're gonna probably either explain it in the Bad Batch how he got it or
Right.
not.
Right.
But I don't know. But he does have a metal plate on his head now,
Yeah.
which is Cad Bane. I love that guy. He's my favorite bounty hunter
he's
so
cool.
far.
He's cool. I'd probably get a tattoo. Like, I want to do like an entire bounty hunter.
I forgot what
sleeve.
race is he? Because I don't even know what race Cad Bane is.
I don't know with those breathing tubes. I'm not quite sure what he is either.
He's like-
but I would love with Fett, maybe Cad Bane. I was thinking Aura Singh,
yeah.
Zam Wessel, like all these. Like, there's some pretty Bosk. You know, IG-88. There's some really
There's
cool
so
like
many good bounty
tattoos,
hunters.
man.
And those are all like what, bounty hunters?
Yeah, they're all bounty hunters. Like, I would
That's
do an
kinda dope.
entire bounty hunter sleeve. So
I
think
forgot that
would
one
be
that
cool.
worked with what is his name? Jabba. He's the dude that was wrapped in bandages. I forgot his name.
What, Dengar?
I think that's
Oh,
his name was.
Well, Dengar saved Boba Fett from
Yeah,
the Sarlacc. So
What a guy.
He's been what a guy. Thank God. Thank you,
What a-
Dengar.
What a guy. Shout out to him.
Come on.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
speaking of Boba Fett, he's getting his own series now.
Yes,
How are we
Boba.
feeling about that?
Oh, I'm mad hyped for that.
I'm hyped. Also for the Mandalorian that's coming out with this new season.
Absolutely.
I wonder what it's going to be.
Season 2, though?
I'm hoping it's like a
Ridiculous.
time skip.
He looks
Like
better with
he's
his
like
helmet on, though.
Time skip.
It's Pedro Pascal.
I know he's pretty hot.
He's a
so.
handsome man.
No, he's not.
Yes,
Ew.
he is. In like Game of Thrones, when
God.
he was Oberon. Oh my God, he was
I mean,
so hot.
Narcos?
I think he looks
Mom.
better with the mask
Narcos, Mom? Narcos.
Who's that?
Narcos,
Pedro
the
Pascal was in
television show.
Narcos.
Oh my god.
Did I say that?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
remember
Don't you
that.
said
Okay,
that.
maybe not.
Never mind. Disregard.
We've jumped so many
Disregard
places.
that.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
Remember, I used
yeah.
to Wayne when you were real little. Remember, I used to tell you that this was my boyfriend, and it was
Oh
Kid,
my
it was
God,
Kid
you're talking
Fisto.
Yeah, too bad he died. Too bad he's
Kid
dead.
Fisto.
I'm like, oh, my
Awesome.
boyfriend,
Too bad he's
because he
dead.
was on the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Now
They
he's
all
dead.
were.
He
I'm like,
was-
this
Kid
mommy's
Fisto got
boyfriend.
blasted.
You know,
I'm pretty
execute
sure
Order
Poor guy.
66.
wasn't it confirmed that Clone Wars, Rebels, they're all canon to the actual movies?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
they just adopted, Lucasfilm, Disney basically bought all of Lucasfilm, so everything is.
So everything's now canon to the whole story.
I believe so.
Which I like it because Bad Batch is kind of like the way I like Bad Batch is kind of like in the middle before the Empire. It's like
Right.
Empire's beginning,
Right.
and it's not like clones are still a thing. Clones are like they're still there, and it shows you. It's gonna I like how it's gonna show you the transition, how things are changing now. Like clone troopers are teaching normal humans about tech and how they do tactics and such.
Right.
And it's kind of crazy because it's kind of like building to where the Empire becomes no more clones and just all mercenaries,
Right.
which I really love.
Yeah,
And
there's
like,
a whole timeline. Of
it's
everything.
like it's
And
crazy.
offshoots and all that stuff. So, I mean, look at your standalone movies. Rogue One, which I think is probably one of the best Star Wars movies in a long time.
Me
Rogue One is
and my friend,
Oh my God!
we
one of the best
agreed.
movies
We
ever.
said that is the Battlefront movie
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because Rogue One just showed you the best parts of
Yeah,
Star Wars.
absolutely.
So much warfare, and it was just like wow.
But the
It's-
character development and all that
True.
stuff, like to know what really happened before A New Hope, was just like you wondered about those things. Like,
Yeah.
where did those plans for the Death Star come from? Oh, guess
How
what?
did
You
the
know what I mean?
Rebels all start? Where's the
Yes,
beginning of
exactly.
the Rebels? Who were the beginners and such? And they
Yeah.
have people like I forgot his name. He's the dude with like the messed up eye. He was trained by Luke and Rex.
I was going to say Forrest Whitaker.
No, he's played by some dude, and he was in Rebels and also in the Bad Batch.
Which one?
He's the dude with like he's like I forgot it. He has like a messed up eye. He has he knows he's been trained by Luke Skywalker and Captain Rex. And he's now like leading a rebel group. And I forgot what planet. He was in Bad Batch.
Oh,
Like the Bad
okay.
Batch met him, and they knew who he was because they
Yeah,
knew that
messed
he
up
was
eye.
trained
That
by
could be
like the
anybody.
501st Captain Rex and Luke, not Luke, Anakin.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
like,
So
okay.
I'm like, yeah, Luke's not born yet.
No, Luke's not born yet.
Yeah,
So.
and Tara, make sure when you speak, like pull it real
Oh,
close
sorry.
to your face. You can pull it towards you if you
I know,
want to
but I
lean
didn't
back,
want to be
but-
like really loud.
But I think
No, it's okay.
on my personal,
these you have to be
one of
really
the-
close to these. To
I think
talk.
one of the
Close.
best Sith lords is Darth Maul.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I love
survived.
Darth Maul.
100%.
He has
That's my guy.
survived for so long.
100%.
That he was there even when like the Empire wasn't built, and then it's just like even before Luke was alive.
Well, let's go back to
baby.
Phantom Menace. That's where you
Yeah.
meet Maul for the first time. You got Maul for the first time. You got Qui-Gon. You got Obi-Wan. You've got
Rest in peace,
Padme.
Qui-Gon.
You've got Anakin. That is, even though people bash the prequels,
Mm-hmm.
they're the setup for the rest of the entire, series of Star Wars universe.
Gets you all,
Yes.
buckles you all up, ready
Yes.
for the ride.
I mean, nobody likes them. I'm sorry. I mean, I won't say nobody. I
like
do.
Jar Jar.
I love the clone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like
Jar
Jar
Jar. Fun fact about Jar Jar. Jar Jar. Reason why he's not in the films anymore is because everyone thought he was annoying.
He's a
So
secret
they got
Sith Lord.
rid of Jar Jar.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea because
it's sad,
even the
though.
actor
Jar Jar.
himself got a lot of flack from playing that role. So
How did they find out who the actor was?
well,
Does he have
They
like
made him
a
do the. They made him do that.
well, I
who,
mean,
like you're a
he's
Sith
listed.
Lord?
Oh yeah, they kept.
I mean, he's listed on
about
the
that.
as the actor for Jar Jar. So
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
he got
yeah.
bashed on, and then
That was before Twitter too. Yikes!
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine if Twitter existed back then?
Oh God.
Poor guy.
So, I mean, the prequels are, where everything started. I mean, Maul, as you can see, Obi-Wan kills Maul. The second sisters, don't they find Maul and then they rebuild him, or is it
his brother? His
Dath
brother
Mirrors?
finds him
Oh,
with
okay.
Robo spider
Dathomirians.
legs.
Well, right, but the
Spider.
second sisters are who find him and give him those Robo legs.
Yeah,
So-
his mother, what's her name?
The witches.
Yeah, the witch, the main witch
Are they
mom
like
gave
green?
him.
No, they are
What happened?
like white.
Yeah, they're white.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then who's green? Is his brother
brothers?
green?
The brothers are
Yellow.
more of
His
a
brother's
yellow.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I forgot what his brother's name because he became his apprentice. I forgot
can't
his
remember
name
either.
But I remember.
They're Dathomirians, which are the little horns on
I
their
remember
head.
watching the episode because it was he went into the place where Darth Maul was at and found Darth Maul with spider legs. It was all
Right.
weird, and he was like crazy. And the whole thing was that Darth Maul survived by the dark side
Well, yeah, he's
without
a Sith.
legs, which I thought it was crazy though because the man was missing his whole body. Anybody like that would have died. And this
Correct,
man,
but again, he was a Sith.
he was a
basically-
Sith, but it shows how strong he was in the dark side. Though.
Oh, absolutely.
It showed exactly how strong he was,
Sure.
and then his whole revenge and how he was alive until then. Even without like a lightsaber, that man would still kill you.
Oh, yeah. He still has the powers of the Force. So whether they're
crazy.
you don't need a lightsaber to do that. I mean, Force choke and all that stuff. Did Vader need a lightsaber for Force
Nope.
choke?
Or even
Did they-
Yoda. And
Right.
he's so tiny.
Right.
Yoda,
Did
no,
the
Yoda
Emperor-
had quick movements
Right.
too. Yoda was
Yeah.
a quick person.
Did the Emperor need a lightsaber to do fucking lightning? From
Oh, that
his,
man, lightning shots.
fingertips?
yeah.
And then to see Rey do that same thing, like you're like,
Oh,
oh,
That's
I
mind-blowing.
hated those.
God.
I hated those.
what did you hate?
Force Awakens, all those with Rey.
you really? See,
I didn't
no.
because I sat there and I was just like, yeah, no, because
Why? Because she was a girl?
No, not because she's a girl.
Because you're misogynistic.
Okay.
I'm not
Because are you calling
misogynistic.
her a Mary
No,
Sue?
no.
Why didn't you like
Okay,
this?
where
Because
did
she was a girl.
Okay, one.
Listen to me, you toxic
so they had-
fanboys.
they had- what's his
Just
name?
because she was a girl does not
I don't
make
care
it.
if she was a girl.
Yes,
it
you
made
do.
no
I
sense.
guarantee you.
Okay, first of all right, if
here we
your
go.
name is Palpatine, own it.
She didn't know she was a Palpatine.
But at the end,
She was
she
a top,
realized,
though.
and then she said, "You know, I want to be a Skywalker."
Right, because Palpatines were like, look at what.
Then change it.
Well, she did change it.
Well, not change
She
it, but
changed-
then
she could
make
call
it-
me Skywalker.
No, name yourself Palpatine. Own the name Palpatine, and be like, you know what? I'm gonna change that name.
Oh, I don't.
As in. Yeah, you may. It
Oh,
may
you're
be
taking
known.
to take the Palpatine name and make it a good name.
Yeah,
now.
so I'm saying, if
okay.
because just because your name is Palpatine doesn't choose who you are, right?
Correct.
It's like saying mom has like a murderous person in her family, and they're like, oh my god, I know that
do.
dude's last name. Oh, I know that name.
You do, Holly?
Oh, I know that last name, and it's
gotta
just
tell me
like
that.
it's just like,
Oh.
and it's just like.
Wait, what?
If my mom goes up and a random stranger's like, "Oh, who are you?" Right?
Right.
And then mom says, "Oh, I'm this last name," right? It's like, what? Because everyone already knows that's not your name.
Right, but not everybody knows. She wasn't
Now,
like
wait a
she.
minute.
What's that?
Who, was it her mother or her father that was a Palpatine that she has?
I think it was her mom, wasn't
Her
it?
dad. No, her dad. Her dad
So
was.
then who was her
Her dad
mom?
was the son of Palpatine.
Just some random
randomly.
girl.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
I don't know.
wait.
okay.
You can't keep talking over people.
So she wasn't like a
Relax,
Skywalker,
relax.
or she wasn't like a Jedi.
Oh, you haven't. I forget. Holly has not seen any of the Star Wars movies. I
She's
don't
not a
know
Star Wars
how she has never seen any of the Star Wars
Do you know-
movies because she's my best friend. So I have no idea how that even happened.
we already know how she is. She
I don't even know.
she
how that
sleeps.
happened.
She sleeps through the
Oh yeah, I
movies.
do. I fall asleep in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
That's
she
the
has.
night
She's
shift.
seen
She's
them in
been there.
spirit.
She's seen them for 5
There you go,
seconds.
5 seconds.
I watched
and
them
then
5
through my
seconds and
eyelids.
the inside of her eyelids. So, oh God. How can you even explain to
Well,
Holly?
like,
That's
so-
another podcast, probably. You know what? The next podcast that I would like to do with you is let's talk about the women in Star Wars. We'll start at the
Yeah,
very
I'm
beginning, and we will talk about the women in Star Wars, how they've not only changed the fandom, but just badass. Like,
Yeah,
you
They
know,
are.
women. It's powerful.
that is true
you know
though,
what I
because
mean?
there's a lot more women
I'm sorry. I don't like
that are Star
character
Wars fans
development.
that
There
I've
are.
noticed. Because like, I think me growing up, just being young, like when I was Wayne's age, I don't think there was that many
There wasn't.
like girl Star Wars
Right,
fans. You know what I
right.
mean? But like, but to your point about like the Palpatine thing, where it's like you gotta own her name.
Yeah.
It's like that'd be kind of hard. Like if you met someone and their last name was Hitler,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? You're kind of
Yeah.
like, buddy. I mean, you're too deep to pull out at that point. Like
Or
it's
like a
it's already
Dahmer.
over.
yeah.
But still, you know what I mean. You still can change that name, even though you
Yeah,
can
but
make
you,
your
no
own
matter how
person.
much good you do with that name,
So you're saying
you're still kind of stuck with that, unfortunately.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's part of your history, but it's like that's not you. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's part of my history, but that's not me.
But people are going to stereotype
Yeah.
with your last name.
Yeah, because then they're gonna be like,
then
well,
they
you're-
can do that with the clones as well, because the clones did that with the Jedi.
Oh yeah, they murked them.
They murked the Jedi,
But they
And
didn't-
the
they
Jedi,
were-
even
but they
the
were
Jedi were
clones.
like, yo, I don't trust none of you clones, even though you still got no chip in your head. I don't like you.
Right.
and that's their
And
that's
most
their
of them
choice.
are just like, hey, I'm not like that. You know what I mean? Like Captain Rex. Captain Rex proved himself because there was in Rebels. He was talking. What was that dude's name? Keep forgetting the guy's names in Rebels. What's his name?
Google it.
Yeah, sure, I can Google it.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, can you tell me
My guy's name is Nigel.
Nigel?
Nigel
My
doesn't know
phone.
directions at all.
No.
I'm trying.
Nigel's
to remember that guy's
clueless.
name.
Just like Holly.
Nigel has no idea what's
What's his
going
name?
on.
His
Might be
name is
driving on the wrong side of the road because he's British.
his name is
No, exactly.
You've entered into the car park. You're like, what the heck is a car park?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Well, like,
his name is Kanan. I found it. Kanan didn't like.
Oh,
clones.
from Rebels.
yeah,
Yeah,
Kanan,
with
that's-
Ahsoka and Kanan.
yeah,
and all
Kanan's
that
actually
stuff.
in.
Oh, yeah, dude.
If you watch the Bad Batch, he's actually in there.
Okay.
But Kanan, he didn't trust Captain Rex until Captain, they started to bond with each other a bit.
Yeah.
And that's when Kanan was like, you know what? Most clones are not bad.
Again, making,
And-
not judging anybody by
Yeah.
who they are.
So
You're
even
taking them by
if,
their content of character.
yeah.
they did something bad, you can still, once again, change.
Well, you're right.
Say, hey, I'm not
But I'm
that
just
good.
saying,
You know what I mean?
you're right, but it's much easier to kind of shed that by shedding the name. You know what I mean? Like if
Exactly.
like a lot of people, there's like a lot of Hitler's family members live in the United States, but they don't go by the name Hitler. You know what I mean? Like they changed their name, or they took the name of their mom or whatever it was,
Anyway, there's
just
two
to kind of shed
reasons.
that,
There's two
to get a
reasons
fresh start.
why I do not like the new ones. And no, it's not because there's the girl Jedi. No, I don't care. There's many girl Jedis that I like. There was Ahsoka Tano, who's my favorite.
Oh, who
one.
doesn't like Ahsoka?
Who doesn't
right?
like Ahsoka?
She's a
if you
goon, bro.
sit
Right.
down and tell me you do not like Ahsoka, we're gonna have a discussion.
Yes.
But anyway,
You're gonna fight somebody.
No, I'm gonna sit down and we're gonna have
We're gonna
a
have a
Star Wars
discussion.
discussion.
So and if that doesn't go
Because
well,
guess
we're gonna
what? Guess
partake
what?
in fisticuffs
Not
in the
only-
parking
not
lot.
only Ahsoka is one of the OGs.
Right. You
Ahsoka,
got A-list occur.
Ahsoka has lived since she is still alive.
Yes,
Ahsoka
Ahsoka
is-
lives. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, squeaky.
everyone
It's a
knows
chair.
that. Ahsoka lives. All right, Ahsoka is one of the OGs. She's been there since the Clone Wars, and now she's been there since the Resistance. All right,
Yeah.
so she's been there. Right, she's been there. She doesn't consider herself a Jedi no more because she doesn't like to be called a Jedi.
Correct.
Because she doesn't do what Jedi does. But anyway,
And doesn't she have the white
the
saber
reason why I
now?
like Rey
She's got two.
and the whole movie is
Yeah.
because Palpatine. Now, there's a reason why. Palpatine should be dead.
Well, we thought he was dead.
He is dead, But come on,
Now he's dead.
You can't tell me that was Disney magic.
Now he's dead.
At least that was Disney magic because he fell into the Death Star
Well,
in the OG movies.
yes, Vader had him and tossed him over the edge, and he disappeared. Where did he go? If he was that powerful and was the emperor of, he was a Grand Master Sith, you know what I mean? He had to have survived. Look at Maul, who got cut in half. He was alive. You know
He was
what I mean?
alive, yeah.
So if you are the MFer Palpatine Emperor of the world, you know what I mean? You're going to survive. You're made of lightning.
But they explained it to Darth Maul's. Palpatine had no explanation. They just said,
There was.
"Yo, we
Right.
got no." They
It's
just
magic. They tossed him. Vader tossed him over
But
the
that's
ledge.
that's
and
saying
he was gone. Look, Boba Fett went
That's
into the
saying
Sarlacc.
Houdini.
We saw Boba Fett hit the
they
barge,
explained
Jabba's
it.
barge, into the Sarlacc mouth. Why is Boba Fett alive? Because the books wrote him to be alive. He detonated a thermal detonator, got out of the Sarlacc, Dengar found him, nursed him back to health, and off he went. So what you don't see in the movies doesn't necessarily mean, it's not going to happen. That's what surprises in movies are. Like, did I know that Palpatine was going to come back? Hell no, I didn't know it was going to be Palpatine. And surprise.
it's true, but it's just like
What if Palpatine's like,
Yeah,
yo,
I
put
just-
some respect on my
I
name?
don't know,
Like, I'm a grandmaster.
I sat
like,
there. I
Right,
sat
right.
there, and I know it's like magic and stuff, but it's like
Well, it is magic. That's the magic
I
of Star
sat
Wars.
down.
That's
and
magic.
I know, but I just sat down. I looked at it, and I was just like,
What, Holly?
Oh yeah.
but if you sit
Master
The
of
master
the
of the
magical
mechanical
stuff.
if you sit down,
magic.
and it's like the Force, right? The Force is the magical.
I'm one with the Force. The Force
magical.
is with me. I'm
yeah.
one with the Force. The Force is with me.
Force.
And the
you know,
midichlorians and
But it's just like you sit down and they say they did explain in some things, comic books. They explain Darth Maul's in how he lived. They explain. There's always explanation. Boba Fett has his explanation through comic books, but where was Palpatine's explanation in the movie, in comic books? Because that's what I'm saying. I want explanation because if I see the man alive, I want to know how he lived.
okay,
Show at least a little bit of how he survived. At least tell Rey a little bit how he lived.
Right.
Like saying, oh, what happened was, I used the Force. You know what I mean?
well, he did use the dark side.
but they didn't explain it. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're
Well, I
supposed to
thought-
think that, but I want to have a little explanation.
Well, perhaps they'll have a Palpatine movie.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I thought that they did because isn't it in? It's in that movie where he said, "Wait, I have like I'm making a bunch of different versions of me.
Yeah,
and then when
he
I
said,
die, I just transfer my conscissness."
then where
I
was that in
controlled-
the movies?
I controlled
It was in the
Snoke,
movie.
and I did this,
but
and I
not
did
in
Remember?
that. I'm talking about the other movies. Because then, where was this explained? It was only explained
Because
in, like,
it was
one
Kylo
movie.
Ren. Kylo Ren was going around doing stuff.
I don't like Kylo either, bro.
You shut your mouth.
Kylo's a
He's the only. He's the only real
Please
Star
don't tell
Wars.
me
Star,
he's like a fake Darth
Skywalker.
Vader. Just the way he is just a fake
Oh
Darth Vader.
God, I love
don't
Adam
like him.
Driver. He's such a good actor.
He's a good actor.
Oh, I love
I don't
him.
hate the actor. I don't shame the actor, but the dark, just him in general. I don't like him because it's just
bad
like
guy.
I sit down and it's just like we look at the old
He's the new bad guy.
old ones, right? Lightsaber battles.
the
for
originals.
example.
Okay.
Lightsaber battles were very cool when you watched
the
it. It was like,
revolving
whoa,
face.
you know what I mean? It's like it looks like a dance to us. It's like, whoa,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. When I saw Rey and just like, I can't sit
Kylo?
down.
How could you not like Kylo's
Another one that
saber?
looks better.
Kylo's saber's nice.
Oh
It's
my
actually
God,
built.
that's so
I forgot
badass.
what saber he was built on because somebody else had that saber. It wasn't a temple guard. It was somebody who else had it. Can't remember the name. But I sat down. And I was just like, if we look at the development of like lightsaber battles, that one looked kind of sloppy.
Which one? The one they were out
When
in
they
the,
were
in the,
all of them
in the
with them.
snow and all that stuff.
It's just
and-
when they fought, it was just like them throwing it around. They're not. putting-
Because she's new with it.
Technically.
She's not like an experienced.
Still, no, but I'm talking about
Jedi.
I'm not talking about just that movie. I'm talking about through all the movie. They're just throwing it
Yeah,
around.
but she's not an experienced Jedi, my man.
Yeah, but she was still taught by Luke, and Luke was still teaching her
So why
Yeah,
did
but
he
like-
go into isolation,
who?
Luke?
because of the kids. Because of I forgot what's his name. Kylo killed. Basically, what happened was Luke.
Kylo was
ashamed.
Leia's son.
Kylo is Leia and Han
Luke-
Solo's son. It's
Oh,
Ben
okay,
Solo.
okay.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Han Solo.
Yeah. Oh, Han. He's another one of my favorites. When let's see, how can we explain this to your mom?
But he went bad.
Who?
Kylo Ren.
Yes. Luke had taken Ben Solo to the Jedi training. I can't even remember the name of the place.
Temple.
The Jedi Temple, and was teaching him, the
Ways of
Force,
the Force.
because obviously he's, a son of Leia, who is also Force sensitive as well.
poorly
So he had seen something bad in Ben Solo at the time, and was going to hurt him, but then he kind of changed his mind. Ben woke up, saw that Luke was going to kill him with his lightsaber, and basically brought the building down on top of Skywalker and took
Killed.
off.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
he took off and obviously got into, Palpatine's clutches and stuff like that, and, went from there. So
Talks about Darth Vader, and now he has Darth Vader's head. I was like,
that's his grandfather.
yeah, I know, and he was taught, because then Palpatine taught him about it.
Correct.
Taught him about Darth Vader, and then he wanted to be like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And that's what I hated, because I was like, I don't like that. I don't want to.
That's all right. That's your opinion.
I don't want another Darth Vader. I want a new, cool, see, because every Sith had their own type of way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Every Sith, even though they're Sith Lord, they were different. Count Dooku was different.
Right.
Palpatine was different. Darth Maul was different. They all were different.
Right.
Darth Vader was different. He had his own attributes. And then you got Kylo. Kylo wants to be another Darth Vader. And it's just like, I don't want another Darth Vader. I want what Kylo got. I want to see what Kylo got.
Right.
I want to see what
But
he can
had
do.
daddy issues and stuff like that, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
but it's
that
like,
interfered with
still,
his training. You know
I
what
want
I
him to
mean?
be Kylo. I want to see Kylo, not Darth Vader the second.
Okay.
Well,
wanna see
what if that's what he wanted to be?
Right, and he wanted to be like
Kind
his
of trash.
grandfather.
You know what I mean?
You think it's
Well,
poor
yeah.
writing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay,
Little
that's
bit.
all right.
A little bit of poor writing.
Sure, I
I
understand.
feel- I like the family
that's what I
dynamic.
thought of the movies. A little bit poor writing in there, because it was like original Star Wars. You could see the time and effort that was put in to write those Star Wars
Right.
films.
Well, that was
and Clone
Lucas's
Wars and
genius. You know what I mean? All that
everything.
stuff.
Even Mandalorian, I like that, because Mandalorian. You
Well,
could
that's
see,
because you got Favreau and Filoni,
because they put
who
in
are
time
like
into
the
it.
dream team,
and they
they've
put
been
time.
lifelong Star Wars fans.
And it's like, I sit there and I looked at the new movies. Now I love when I saw the new movies coming out, I was like, let's go, we get some more Star Wars. But then when I watched it, it was kind of like, oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and I was just like, man, the only one I really liked was Rogue One, because Rogue One had me off my seat going crazy. I was
Right.
like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. And then I didn't like, because in the
You got the office seat
How
going
are you-
crazy, like,
how are you, Wayne?
whoa.
Whoa.
I was like,
How are you?
I was hopping off my seat.
How's it
Like,
go?
I was sitting there hopping off my seat
Oh
and
yeah,
like
Rogue One was
going
badass.
crazy. I was like, oh, this is getting hype. And then like the Darth Vader scene, where that man was just, I was like, ooh, because it showed the ruthlessness of Darth Vader. And I was like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
I like this. This is kind of clean, right?
Wait, so
And then-
you like Darth Vader, but you don't like when other people like Darth
I
Vader?
know, right?
No, I like Darth Vader, but I'm not gonna sit
You're like, yo,
down.
nobody
Bro,
else like Darth Vader
you
but
don't,
me.
you don't see me walking
I'm
around.
gonna fight.
Yo, Kylo,
You don't see me around.
we're gonna partake in fisticuffs outside of the car park.
There's a difference between liking someone and trying to be somebody. I'm not over here, dressing up in Darth Vader and then going around at school and trying to choke.
I would be
You know what I mean?
concerned.
I'm not going around and being
But
like,
you said, if he had daddy issues,
Oh yeah.
a young boy needs like an idol to grow up with, and if it's not
Yeah.
their father and their father's not around, they're going to find somebody.
still, that's kind of poor.
So
that would
not
be
to
his
say
grandfather.
he wanted to be exactly like Darth Vader, but that
Darth
was
Maul.
like the closest thing to a father figure for him.
Darth Maul
So
didn't
he
have a
was going to
dad.
be like in his shadow.
Right.
So did Darth Maul.
Same
Darth
thing.
Maul didn't want to be like his mom. I want to learn magic.
No, but he needed a father figure.
Yeah,
and that's
joined
who
the Emperor.
his.
He joined the Emperor.
Yeah, that's who the
He
Emperor
looked up to
was.
The Emperor,
Right.
The
but he
Emperor
never-
became his
but-
thing
He did, but Darth Maul became his own thing because
because he couldn't shoot
even-
lightning.
he was following him. Yeah, but he was still following him. Bro, Kylo Ren couldn't even force choke.
Yes,
So, all right,
Well, he's young.
yeah,
he's a young bull.
Same with Anakin. Anakin was young, and that man was still force choking people.
No, one thing I think
I mean,
one
it's
thing
still
that we
But Anakin was stronger than, like in my opinion, when
like the
he was
strongest.
strong when he
But-
was young,
but-
and even the Skywalker saw how strong he was, but they also felt that he had.
because he had
But,
no dad.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
that he
still
could.
it's resemblance. Darth Maul didn't have he had a figure. Emperor Palpatine, yeah, Emperor Palpatine was stronger, right? He was his apprentice, right? And he wanted to be, but at the end of the day, Darth Maul was still his own thing when he was apprentice.
Yeah.
He was still
Right.
his own thing. So,
But he was a man when we met Darth Maul. He
Right.
was already
He
a
was
full grown man.
no,
Right,
in the
right.
comic books, he was
Kylo
a
Ren
kid.
is still young.
Yeah.
Like he's not even
What?
he's like in his 20s, right?
Yeah, maybe early 20s.
You know what I mean? So these are not like people that are in their late 20s, 30s that have everything figured out already. They're still trying to find themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
And then I
still,
think that's
think
the
it's
thing
poor
that
writing, dude.
Star Wars I think did right was with the family dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
Was that they had a really good family and they called back to everything. You saw the crashed Death Star, when they went to that planet with the huge waves. Like you
Yes.
saw the crash, you saw the his helmet, you saw his little secret room, and you heard him talk, Darth Vader talk when Kylo Ren went in there to get the little what was it, the
was the
GPS
holocron.
code. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
So like it was a lot of good
Wayfinder,
callbacks. Yeah, it was a lot of the good callbacks, and I actually like the family dynamic there and how it's all kind of entwined.
Yeah.
I like that
I
about the
didn't
new
like
ones.
the movies, bro.
Oh, I did. Anything Star
I
Wars,
sat
even,
down. And I was just like, I was like, come on, you could at least done a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, I liked what was Finn. All right, I thought Finn was gonna be a Jedi. When I saw
He's definitely force sensitive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
when I
He's
saw him,
like, I just feel
was
like this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I saw Finn, and I was like, okay, I liked that actually. That was the thing I liked. Was seeing a stormtrooper freaking out
Yeah.
because
right?
he sat down. You could see how mentally he was messed up.
Oh, yeah.
because
With the New Order
that was
and all
actually
that
the
stuff.
first time I think Star Wars used blood, like actual blood, because that's when
Yeah,
his
that's true.
face was touched by. I was like, dang,
Yeah.
like this showed dramatic trauma,
Right.
and he wanted to leave.
Oh, yeah.
He betrayed because he just wanted to leave. He didn't want to be in war. And then I first thought, I was like, okay, Finn's about to become a Jedi, right? He's
Right.
about to become a Jedi. But no, I was just like, come on. I want him to be a Jedi. You know what I mean? I wanted Finn to be a Jedi, but they kind of like, and that I liked that because they did do some character development on Finn, and I liked it because it was showing Finn and how he, how this stormtrooper just had trauma and didn't feel like it was right. And then when it gets to the other movies, I just feel like they kind of lowered Finn down and just like left Finn on the side. And then they introduced I forgot that other girl's name where her sister died.
Rose.
Rose, yeah. And then in the third movie, just completely gone.
Yeah, I mean they're like supporting characters. I mean, it's Rey's story. Like in the beginning, it's Anakin's story. The first 3 movies are the story of Anakin. How he becomes Darth Vader. The middle stories, your originals, are Luke Skywalker. That is how Luke Skywalker comes to be. The final movies, the sequels, are Rey's story. This is everybody's journey of 3 movies: Anakin, Luke Skywalker, then Rey. Those are your main characters. Those are your main, what would you call them? Are they protagonists, I guess,
Yeah.
is the main character of a story. So in the first movie, The Force Awakens, everybody has to be introduced. So you've got Finn, you've got Poe Dameron, you've got Rey, and all those other guys. So you have to introduce them. So you have that dynamics of that friendship and stuff like that. But then as it goes on, it's technically Rey's story. So those characters do have to kind of fall, not necessarily by the wayside, but at least be semi in the background, but still have interaction with your main character and stuff like that. I mean, that's just the plot of like any movie,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, or any series type of thing.
I'm cool with that, but it's like, if you're gonna like have them in a little longer, right? Like Rose, if you're just gonna be in the she's gonna be, here's like a main character right here just for this movie, and then for the movie she's barely gonna be in it at all.
Right.
And I'm
But
just
you have to
sitting there,
remember,
I'm just
it's like the time passes between those two. There's probably years that pass between, The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's literally years, because now you see that they're on different planets. They've aged. There's different equipment. There's different people who come and go. It's not like this movie ends and then 5 seconds later, this is the second movie. So, people grow apart, people grow together.
Yeah, that's what they did in what was it, in the Phantom Menace, and then to the it just everything was split apart, and you would have to watch like the Clone Wars to know what happened in the Clone Wars, just to see, this was the Clone Wars. And I believed, and this was my opinion, I said the Clone Wars was one of the best wars That's what I believe. One of the best wars. The clones.
Did you like
and
Attack of the Clones?
I loved it. And
Yeah,
I
that
love
one's
going beyond that because I love like people like there was Sith Lords like Darth Revan. I love that guy. That guy there was other wars too, even before the whole clones and droids. There was Mandalorian wars.
Right.
And that's what Darth Revan's story is about with the Mandalorian, because the Jedi didn't actually want to get involved. They were supposed to be a peace group. They just cared about peace and nothing. They didn't want to deal with no wars. And Darth Revan and his friend, I forgot his name, and Darth Revan was like, you know what? We should be helping these guys, take out these, Mandalorians. And that's what they did. And the Jedi wanted to bring these guys back, right? Darth Revan and them, and Darth Revan left because they didn't really agree with it. And it's kind of cool because it's not just like, oh, somebody comes up and, oh, you're a Sith Lord. I want to be a Sith Lord now. No, these guys had followed their own path and went their own way. And it shows how Sith Lords can also become Jedis again, and Jedis become Sith, because not all Sith are bad, not all Sith are good. Not all Jedis are good. Not all Jedis are bad.
Well, you have, if you look into the canon, you have your gray Jedis and, that type of stuff. I mean, that's a different, that's not in the movies, but you have, in the Jedi lore, you have your gray Jedis and, your white Jedis and stuff like that. So there's good, bad, there's chaotic, neutral, there, all that stuff. So
it just shows how crazy, how Star Wars can be, how things you believe, like, oh, I think Sith are bad, Jedis are good. It can show you how different stuff can be and how Jedis can be evil and how some Sith can be good. And it's kind of crazy how Star Wars kind of manipulates that a little bit and moves it about. It makes you think more. It makes you want to go deeper into the whole Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, that is interesting. Because I think Yoda says that everyone has to deal with the light and the dark. If you're in tune with the Force, there is a dark side of it, there's a light side of it, and you have to kind of figure out which area you're going to get pulled into. So it is interesting. But one thing that I'm looking forward to, and I don't know if you guys have seen this or know who. Well, Mom, do you know who Taika Waititi is?
yes,
he did Thor Ragnarok. Remember that?
Yeah.
With the big
Korg?
rock. He's like,
Oh yeah,
he plays Korg. He's like, get in this giant spaceship, take everybody out of here,
Yes.
right?
well, he actually
Korg.
directed
He's
a
got the
couple of the
British.
Mandalorian
My name's Korg.
episodes as well. So they have like 5 or 6 different directors for the Mandalorian, and
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi. That's like say that 5 times fast.
Is that his real name?
Yes,
Yeah. He's from New Zealand. He's like a.
I thought
Are
he
the
was
kids
British.
back again?
Yeah.
He said
He's
what?
a Korg. He's alive. Has been hiding this whole time.
I stepped on him.
This kid's back again.
He's like, call me a ticket again.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He was playing video games.
Playing Fortnite.
Ragnarok was on before when I left the house tonight, and I love that movie so much. Oh, Marvel is another one of my fandoms, and we can definitely talk about Marvel too. But
For sure.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah, but
I wish
Taika Waititi is set to direct an unknown, untitled movie in the Star Wars universe.
Nice.
Right? So I'm excited for that because I think that I don't know, I like the Russo brothers. They got their start in like comedic sort of dry humor. That's how they got their start. That's really what they cut their teeth on. And so to see them do like a superhero movie like Civil War, or was it Winter Soldier? They did Captain America Winter Soldier was like their directorial debut in Marvel, and they killed it. Like, I mean, absolutely killed it. Like Captain America was such a gritty story that they kind of brightened it up with all like the funny stuff that they did and then the action and stuff. So I'm excited to see what Taika, who comes from a similar background of like funny, like dry humor.
Right.
I'm excited to see how the kind of humor that he brings to, the world of Star Wars. I am excited for that.
Because I think he's in the next Thor one too, Love and
Thunder. Yeah, they just wrapped filming.
He's in that too. So obviously he's probably Korg.
Is he he's
Yeah.
the same guy.
He's Korg.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the man.
I want to see the. I want that new series to come out, the Obi-Wan series.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
wanna
We
see
got
that.
Obi-Wan, we got Andor, which is Cassian Andor from, Rogue One. There's so many Star Wars characters that you could make a million movies and not run out of
I want
content
a Darth Vader
whatsoever.
movie.
So I'm sure there will. You know what? I met Ray Park at I think it was
did?
Keystone Comic Con.
No way, that's dope.
Yeah. He we were there with the Mercs, and then the 501st Legion was there as well. So he came over and we took pictures with Ray Park. Like
Nice.
That's sick.
yeah, it was awesome. I think I have one of them on my Facebook, I think, or my Instagram or whatever.
Wow.
But he was like a really cool, really chill guy. And then he got like a bunch of slack when in Solo, when at the very end where he, Kira's talking to him and stuff like that, and everyone's like, "Oh, Darth Maul got fat," Ray Park got fat,
Yeah.
and they bashed him because he gained a little weight. This is real life, people. What the hell? Like,
It's like, what do you expect?
Quarantine, man. What am I
fucking
gonna
Darth
do?
Maul. Like, why wouldn't you like him? But he got bashed because he had put on a couple pounds. So
Come on.
Yeah.
I would have sat down and I would have talked because I would love to be. Imagine being a Star Wars, like being in the Star Wars movie. I would want to be in a Star Wars. I
Do you
don't
hear
care
that,
if I was,
George
like, a
Lucas?
back-
Do you
I
hear
would
that?
even be an Ewok.
Like,
Kathleen Kennedy? Do you
No.
hear that?
Exactly.
Like,
I want to be in Star Wars.
Like I wouldn't care to be like some background character.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? I would love to just sit down and be like, I'm in that movie.
Yeah. Well, did you hear that The Mandalorian, that they actually used official 501st Legion members because they did not have enough stormtroopers?
That's crazy.
So I think it was the garrison up in California that they actually had legit regular people like you and me in their stormtrooper costumes on the set of The Mandalorian.
I would.
That's fly.
Like that would be like I would cry. I would bawl my eyes out.
That's
I
so
would,
dope.
I would probably call my friends and be like, I'm in a movie, guys.
Exactly.
Take a
I'm
look.
the guy in the white.
I'm the guy in the
Yeah.
Aren't you too short to be a stormtrooper?
I know. Like I'll do
That's why I
whatever.
said I'll be
like
an Ewok.
There
One
you
of
go.
my-
Yeah.
I know.
Hey, that's going to be one of my next costumes. I think. I would like to do an Ewok for sure.
Oh my god!
I like
my
your
Thanks,
friend-
I'll do
like
that.
I like your rando costume.
So what happens to Chewie though? I mean,
Chewbacca?
he's
Nothing.
just a.
Nothing happens
I mean,
to
he's
Chewie.
a support character, right?
Right, and he's been
And he
around since
pops
the
up and-
originals. So,
yeah.
but if you watch Solo, like Solo is another standalone movie. And,
I actually haven't seen that one.
oh my god, and
That was
Han
great.
Solo
We
is
saw
one of
that,
my
me and Wayne
favorites
saw that.
Beautiful
too.
movie, bro. Beautiful movie.
Han Solo was one of my favorites too. When I saw him on screen, I was like, man, he's just awesome.
So charismatic.
Yes. Oh my god, just Harrison Ford and even this Solo movie.
The new guy's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. And then you learn about how he met Chewbacca. There's Lando Calrissian in there who you see young, and Donnie Glover, right? Isn't that Danny Glover? Donnie Glover plays Lando.
I
Donald
know
Glover.
Lando
Dono.
is,
something. Yes. Yeah.
It's Glover. It was
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
Glover
yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
The original Lando is Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So this guy plays a younger Lando, and
Okay.
boy, does he nail that! Holy
Yeah.
smokes!
His rap name is Charles
Gambino.
Gambino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
He sang Redbone.
Yeah, yeah.
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 But
So-
dang, he really hit that. I mean, that was a great movie. I enjoyed Solo.
I'm pretty sure
a lot.
in that movie that was during because Darth Maul was there and he was sitting in the Mandalorian in Mandalore when they at the end with the post credit he was talking to that girl. I'm pretty sure he was sitting in the he was sitting in the seat of where
Mandalore?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's during because if you watch the Clone Wars,
Right.
that is when that's when he's taken over Mandalore.
Mandalore.
And that's where
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's where the end of Clone Wars was coming up to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that's pretty much a little bit into Clone Wars. So Han Solo movie is actually during where the Clone Wars is coming to an end.
Okay.
So and the Empire starts to come out.
Right.
And I thought that was pretty cool because I looked into it when I watched the new Clone Wars, and I was like, wait a minute, because I looked back at it and I was like, that's Mandalore. Is that
Oh, is that what it said?
like
Oh,
it
that's what
looked
you
because that's
looked
where he
into.
was sitting in the seat when he was sitting. And I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, he was
that's
sitting on some type of throne.
that's
or
the
something like that.
Mandalorian throne. That's when I was like, he's still a Mandalore because that's when Ahsoka and begins to come back for like one last mission, and that's when the 501st has like her like whole paint. Oh, I love that. That was my favorite part of the movie. Not movie. The part of the episode was with they just had her like paint of her.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's cool.
That's cool.
Like, that's really cool. And that's when Captain Rex became, I think, Commander Rex. And then he didn't like being commander. So during Order 66, when Ahsoka took out the chip, he got depromoted to captain again. And it was funny because of
Demoted,
demoted.
depromoted.
Depromoted.
And the funny part was because he was like, I didn't like being a commander anyway.
Yeah.
And then
Not
he was
everybody's
just-
fit to be, in
He's
charge.
such a great clone. That's what I love because that man is just such a great and it's like different clone. Because he's like generation first.
Right.
He's generation first clone. And those clones are like old. Those are like the beginning clones and such.
And such.
and such.
And such. And such.
And such.
I love Star Wars, man.
Yeah,
too.
it's dope.
Same.
Also, Paul Bettany was in Solo.
Dryden Voss.
I just like Paul Bettany. He's
Yep.
the man.
Yep, he's cool.
Even from when I used to watch Knight's Tale, which I
Oh
still
my God, right.
love to watch.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
yep.
Is he the redhead or?
Mom,
he's
speak into the mic.
Blonde. He's like a blonde. And Paul Bettany also plays
Mom's not
Vision
been speaking
in
at all.
Oh yeah, okay.
WandaVision.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't seen
Do you want
WandaVision.
to talk about some Marvel or?
Yeah, we can talk about whatever. Yeah.
Spoilers. I haven't seen WandaVision. I haven't
What?
seen Loki. I haven't seen The Winter Soldier and
Oh God,
Falcon.
that one's so good. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I haven't seen that.
Wow,
I've
that
seen
one's
any of
good.
those.
Things about to get spoiled, so
I've
you
been
better watch it
watching-
tonight.
I've been
Yeah.
watching like,
Yeah.
Bad Batch and like just Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, me too. I usually watch that stuff too.
Yeah.
I was just going to start the Bad Batch yesterday, but I just did not have a chance.
I've
to.
been watching it. I'm already like,
Yeah.
I've been sitting down and I've just been like getting hyped. I've just been like in my bed watching it. I'm just like, ooh, like it's just like,
Is that what I hear?
ooh. I'm like, ooh.
So just know he's just watching Star Wars, Holly.
Watching
Nothing
Star
else.
Wars.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing else going on. Just Star
Yeah.
Wars.
I was like, I knew this guy was coming into the series.
Well, I guess I don't know. I liked WandaVision. Apparently,
I did like it. It was a slow
Yeah.
start, but I liked it.
Well, it's because you didn't know what was even happening, or like,
Right.
why are we in the 50s and what
Right,
is going
right.
on? Is this a parody? And all of
I
a sudden
watched
you're like,
someone romance.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, without giving up too much spoilers, WandaVision kind of sets up Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but Kevin Feige, who's the producer over all of this, all the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, he's the president of I believe he's the president of Marvel Studios under Disney, so he kind of knows the inner workings, all this stuff. And actually, Feige is supposed to be producing a Star Wars film as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's going to be on that, which I'm excited for. But he said that Loki was actually going to be more of a setup for Doctor Strange than WandaVision is. So like it's going to play an important role. Loki's like whole storyline and how it plays out is going to be a bigger sort of, I guess clue as to where the MCU is going.
Right,
which
because
is
it's like a
The only
the
thing I know-
time.
Yeah.
What's it? The time.
TVA, Time
Yes.
Variance Authority.
Isn't
Yep,
it
yep,
like
yep.
Loki going against his counterpart is like a chick?
Yeah,
Loki. That's
yeah,
all
her
I know.
name-
That's all I know because I
Yeah.
seen the trailer. It was
Well, I
like,
haven't watched Loki
It's
yet
like
either.
a-
I just haven't had time.
he's going against. Well, look in a trailer, and it's just like I guess these. I don't know if it's like government, but I guess these people need Loki because Loki's the only person I guess that knows his counterpart, and he's basically going against like a girl version of it.
Yeah, so
That's all I know.
So without giving any spoilers away, because I think the trailers, like I don't know, have you seen him on like Instagram and stuff like that? Like you see the girl version of him and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I think in the beginning she was kind of a hooded figure, so they didn't really know who she was, but it was kind of assumed that she was Sylvie, who initially, like in the comic books, she was created like after the events of Ragnarok, where Asgard gets decimated. In like how it's supposed to play out in Norse mythology is all your warriors die, they go to Valhalla,
Right.
then Ragnarok happens, and there's these people, they inhabit these people, like they sort of take them over as like a spirit, and they fight on behalf of like Odin's army, and Thor and Loki and all these people fight, have this big battle royale to see who becomes the king of New Asgard or whatever. I could be screwing that up, so if you're like a Norse mythology pagan junkie, then I might have screwed it up.
Asgard
But
is on the beach.
yeah, but yeah, they're not on the beach in Copenhagen. But like, essentially, a new body named Sylvie was created for Thor's. Like, remember that girl that was on his team? Like
Yes.
it was Thor and then a couple other guys, the Asian
Well, I
dude
think her
and that
name
girl.
wasn't she Lady Sylvie or something like that
Yeah,
to
yeah.
begin with?
Yeah, so
Okay.
there was a new body created for her that was supposed to be powerful enough for her to step into once she came back from Valhalla, right? So she can inhabit this body and thing. But Loki, after the events of Ragnarok, snags snatches it up and becomes Lady Loki. So that's how it happens in the comic books.
Right.
But I think they're taking it sort of like they call them variants, people that jump out of the original timeline. And so you saw Endgame when Loki jumps, he takes the time tesseract, and he disappears to somewhere else.
Right.
So what he did was he created a branch. So the timeline or what the TVA does, the people that they do, they just keep in order this timeline. So when something happens, they have to go in there, investigate it, and sort of snip that timeline off. So that's
okay.
He ends up working with them.
That's
And
crazy.
hence then you...
And who's the agent he's with?
Mobius. That's
Yeah,
all
but
I'll
he
say.
who's his actor?
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
He's
That
funny.
sounds cool.
Yeah, I haven't-
So
yeah.
that's
I want-
the
I want a
time thing
Gambit
with
movie.
in like Endgame then? Wait, not Endgame. Yeah, Endgame when Bruce Banner as Hulk goes back. He sees the Grand. What's her name? The Grand Wizard. The
bald chick.
ancient one. The
Yeah,
ancient
the
one,
ancient
right?
one, yeah.
And she's bald, right?
Yeah,
the
and she
bald
tells
one.
him, this is the timeline. So you've got what?
Oh, I just realized one of the Hulks, he's Bruce Banner. When I realized Hulk thing is that Bruce Banner Hulk is one of the weakest Hulks. When Bruce Banner controls the Hulk, when he controls his anger, and
Yeah, Professor Hulk is weak,
Professor Hulk is the weakest Hulk.
out of the Hulks, which are infinitely strong.
Yeah. There's Red Hulk. There's a Blue Hulk.
Oh, God.
There's She-Hulk, and then there's regular Hulk.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. I know about She-Hulk.
And then,
She-Hulk is
pink?
dope.
and then
No,
the
she's
weakest
green.
one is when
She's green.
the weakest one is when Bruce Banner takes control of the Hulk, and that's what Bruce Banner is. Bruce Banner is Professor Hulk.
Well, because the Hulk gets madder, and as the Hulk gets
So-
more angry, the stronger he gets. So, like, if you punch the Hulk in the face, you punch Bruce Banner in the face, turns into Hulk.
Right.
Punch the Hulk in the face, he gets stronger. Punch the Hulk again, he gets stronger. Professor Hulk doesn't do that. Doesn't get stronger. He's as strong as he already is. So he doesn't get stronger and stronger and
And
stronger.
he's weaker, yeah. So he's the weakest
That's
Hulk.
because he's mentally strong.
That's why-
Correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah.
Bruce
But
Banner's
remember
all the
when
brains.
he's the Hulk and he's in the diner
Yes.
and he's Hulk looking, but he
This is
speaks
Ant-Man.
like Bruce Banner?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And when he's like
that's
eating all
really
the
funny.
pancakes.
That's
he-
Professor.
yeah.
That's basically Professor Hulk.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
Professor
That's
Hulk,
basic.
right?
Yeah, so he's weakest.
what he
one.
is.
That's
But
crazy.
he learned to live with both sides of him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's
Yeah.
a neat storyline
But
too.
that
Again,
sucks,
you
yeah.
know, battling with your inner demons and things like that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You can get in some
I want to see a
serious
Gambit movie.
philosophical stuff
I want
like
a
that.
Gambit.
So
Have you ever seen Gambit in a while?
now we're talking like
Sony.
some X-Men Marvel.
I want like
That's what the TVA
everybody's
is going to set
listen,
up.
listen.
I know,
I
yeah.
know there's people. Out
Well,
there.
wait. Before we go off onto this, what were you saying about the Ancient One and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just talk about like you said that Loki. You're talking about Loki leading up to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And that whole time, that whole just dealing with time in general. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
had the time stone and stuff like that, and she was talking about the timelines and things like that. Is how can you get to a certain period of time? You know what I mean?
When she said like you when you take one of the stones out, it creates an alternate timeline.
Right,
where that
right.
stone
So
doesn't
then,
exist.
therefore, that Loki, like you said, this TVA or TAV,
TVA, yeah.
TVA, they're controlling those, crazy timeline type
Yeah.
of things.
Well, the TVA, so they have a cartoon, like in the first episode, they kind of explain it a little bit where they say the timekeepers came along because there was initially a bunch of different timelines that interweaved and crossed, and they all sort of, what they say, jostled for superiority to be like a main timeline. The timekeepers came and they sort of took all of them and they compressed them into one.
Okay.
Right? So there is, which is like, when you think about like alternate dimensions and stuff like that, that's essentially what they say. Like there's another one, there's another Earth that's right next to us, but it's another dimension, we can't see it. So that's how they explain it.
Yeah, that's
in-
some cool stuff because,
Yeah,
like, people
exactly.
legitly believe in that, or that's like could be
Yeah.
some legit stuff. You
yeah,
know
so
what I mean?
that's like
awesome.
the Marvel's way of sort of
Yeah.
like dealing with that. There's a bunch of timelines and they get smushed together.
Right.
But when we were talking about the stones have to be in a specific reality because each timeline is not going through space, if that makes sense. It's just time. What?
It's like the guy you showed me when no one.
You can't spoil it. They haven't seen it.
No, I'm talking about the video. Show me when the guy woke up and because he had COVID and then no one was there. He was
Oh,
just
yeah,
by
yeah.
himself. By himself, and then and then every time, and then he'll leave like little he'll leave little like things so people can see in Earth, and some people used to stream it and find the stuff he used to leave.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but did you guys see that?
What's up?
They say this guy's like in another dimension. He got COVID. He's in Spain.
Oh, okay. I'm like, this is like a real story.
Well, it's. I think it is a. I think.
Or did you read it on the internet?
No, it's on TikTok. So it's
official then.
God.
Yeah, it's on TikTok. So this is
legit.
This is the pinnacle of correct
Listen
news.
up, people.
So this guy pretty much says that he woke up in an alternate timeline where everything's the same and he's the only person there. But this is the story, is that he had COVID. He went to the hospital and going to sleep one day, woke up, and he was by himself, right? And there was nobody there. There was no nurses, there was no doctors, there was nothing. He gets up, he walks out, hospital's empty. He's just kind of like walking around like, what's going on? And then he checks the date and it says 2027. Like the year, it's the same day, same month, different year, 2027.
2027. Okay.
Yeah, like, and for some reason he has an iPhone 11. And it says 2027.
Got the iPhone 3, you know.
That'll be me.
He's like, I'm
Exactly.
in the future.
Got the iPhone.
Let me get my flip phone out. What does it say?
I know, right? He puts the little
got the
he
iPhone
puts the
6000.
floppy disk into his Macintosh and he goes, and then it says 2027.
Dials up to AOL.
Yeah. So and then like people tell him like go to these different places that are like populated. Like what is that Spain that
Like Barcelona or something like that? Or?
I don't think Barca. It's Bartha.
Like Madrid?
Yeah, like he's in like Madrid, but what is that castle that they've been working on for like 1,000 years? It's not done yet. It's like a cathedral.
Oh, the Colosseum?
It's a church.
Notre Dame?
No, it's a church.
That's in
The one that's
France.
burned down.
Yeah.
Notre Dame
No,
is
not Notre Dame. It's a
Notre
church.
Dame is the one that caught
It's a
fire,
ch-
didn't it?
Right.
It's
Yeah,
a church in Spain that it's always having construction.
Oh,
Like, it's so
I know what you're
intricate.
talking about.
You know what I mean? It's like a Saint something.
St. Michael?
Like Saint Basilica, something.
Saint
okay.
Peter's Basilica, is that
Something
it?
like that.
So
Okay.
I don't know, something like that. But they said go there and then film around you because that place is always there. And he goes there and it's empty. Like, there's nobody there. He's like walking around and he like walks up and he looks at a sign and the sign somehow says 2027 and there's like nobody there around him. And then he'll put stuff like he'll take like a lock, right? And he puts like a lock on the door, right? And then someone else will go to that spot and find the lock on the door. Like he won't lock it or anything, but it'll just be like a not a lock, a bottle opener. Like you put a bottle opener on like a pillar,
This man's on some national.
and then the
treasures.
dude went. Some other dude that was on TikTok went and found the actual like thing that was on there.
But yet he was from 2027.
Yeah, he's an alternate reality, and there's no.
Yeah, he certainly isn't an alternate reality.
Yeah, but like
No, what kind
everything
of
is just
national
gone.
treasures is this?
I don't know. I think it's
Where's
not.
Nicholas?
I think it's
Everyone's just
drugs.
gone.
Don't do drugs, kids. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't.
Get your COVID vaccine because that shit's real too. So no drugs. Get your COVID
Nicolas
vaccine.
Cage.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was.
Where's Nicolas Cage at? Where's this national treasures movie?
I know, right?
No, it's more like Morbius and Keanu Reeves and
Morpheus?
it's the Matrix.
Oh, no.
It's the Matrix.
Yeah, more pictorial.
It's the Matrix.
That'd be funny if this man was like in his bed the whole time and he's just like and he's just like wandering around the whole room, taking things and placing it, and the nurses are
Yeah.
like, Is he okay?
He's in a coma somewhere.
I know, what if he's like
How did my
sleepwalking all the
pen
time?
get
Is
there?
like,
That's what I'm saying. Like he's just like walking around taking like a key and
He's on
placing
drugs.
it
What the
somewhere. And he's like he just wake
It's
up
like
and be
COVID
like,
brain fog.
20.
he's like I'm in 2027.
I'm in 2027.
But like it's weird because like nothing's overgrown,
Right.
Right? Like everything is immaculate.
God.
Like the
That's
hedges are trimmed and like it's
Oh,
weed
perfect.
whacked, and I'm like,
Right. Do we ever
that
see
looks-
him? Do you ever take like a? Can you see
Well,
him?
he's walking. Like I don't know if you saw him because
So
I
you
saw
don't see him.
I saw a video because it's all in Spanish, and I don't have. I'm not on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. So
Okay.
like I was watching a YouTube video of this guy watching it.
Oh my god.
So he's like kind of watching and reacting to it, and the guy speaks Spanish, so he's like translating the stuff as it comes up.
Oh.
So like,
Oh, God.
yeah, and then like
What
one time,
hoax.
they told him, they said go to like I think it's Real Madrid or not Chelsea, one of the soccer,
Soccers.
yeah, and he just walks in, he has like a key, just goes and just walks right in onto the
And how did he
football field.
How did he get a key to there? Because he from 2027. Like
I want to see.
I know. Apparently, in
security.
2027, everyone has a master key to everything.
It's a skeleton
Like,
key.
yeah, and then he goes to a police station and the car's on, so he just takes the police car and starts driving around with it.
Oh my god, how
Bro, I want to see like
How
a SWAT team just start following
stupid
this
is
man.
that?
This guy's just like, it's 2017.
So it's 2027.
2027.
We're not going back in time. We're going
So-
forward in time.
Sir, I want to know what kind of drugs you've been taking.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
do drugs.
like I don't know. I went to sleep and I woke up with COVID, and now I'm in another dimension. They're
Yeah.
like, so shrooms, huh?
Again, people get your
LSD?
COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
So you've been smoking some of that kush.
All right. Good. What?
I'll be honest, I did not believe it at first, but when
You're
people,
too close.
I-
You're too close. There you
I'll
go.
be honest, when I didn't believe it at first, but when people start finding the stuff he left, I was like, what?
It's kind of crazy.
I was like, what? I was like, yeah,
but
he's
why-
in another universe.
Right. That's like
This man's also Rick and Morty.
I don't know.
Get on the space trap.
I don't know. What if he turns around? His head's like a pickle. He's like, he's like,
The pickle.
he's like, I'm pickle Javier.
So stupid. So stupid.
Yeah. But
He's TikTok famous,
yeah,
right?
I saw that. That was kind of interesting to me, because like, but the thing is like in all those videos, like the odd thing is like, you know how like sometimes you could stage videos,
Oh yeah.
right? But you could still see like wildlife, right? You could still see like a deer like pop up or like birds fly. If you watch the videos, like you don't see any birds flying, you don't see like airplanes or helicopters or nothing. So it's like it is kind of eerie,
Right.
because it's just empty. It's like as if you just woke up and everything was just empty.
Right. It's got to be Photoshop, though. You could do those things on your cell phone. There's
Yeah, I
programs
think so
that
for
people
sure.
can do and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think because he's. I mean, how do you're in a different dimension with TikTok in internet?
How did you get on TikTok?
You know what I mean? Like,
How are you in a different dimension and TikTok still a thing? Yeah, man, you know.
exactly.
maybe it's Talk Tick instead of TikTok.
I know, right? It's like,
It's like sitting there and being like, yeah, man, I was in a totally different
Yeah.
dimension. It was a
Oh, I
different
got
year.
Facebook.
Nobody was alive.
Exactly.
But the craziest thing was TikTok is still
And it
there,
still
man.
worked. The fucking. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you curse on these? Like
Yes,
the internet
yes,
is
yes.
still legit. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
the only one still.
AT&T. You know what I mean?
That was I gonna say. How is
So
how is
loud, bro.
Sorry, I was gonna say that. How is people not around, but internet is
Right.
still around.
exactly. And like, there's power still on. Like, he plugs his he has like a laptop computer, just he plugs it in and it works. You're
Yeah,
like,
that's funny.
this doesn't seem like a
what's different?
post-apocalyptic
I mean,
world.
didn't you guys see that? Remember it was on the History Channel, Life After People. Do you ever see that series? It was
No.
they would like take a city and they would say, okay, it was basically what would happen to cities and things that humans built after people were gone. So they would take a scenario and be like, okay, we're going to pick Denver, Denver, Colorado. All of a sudden, people disappeared. You know what I mean? And then they'd go through what would happen. What would happen if there were no people? 5
Yeah.
years from no people would happen. The overgrowth of stuff, animals, in the streets. That's what it was called. It was like the coolest show ever because it would go 5 years and then maybe 20 years. The Hoover Dam at 20 years because there's nobody to run the Hoover Dam anymore. That starts leaking.
There'll be vultures at the bank.
There you go. Vultures at the bank looking for their withdrawal. So,
I thought it was a turkey.
no, it's a vulture.
sounds crazy.
So, 25 years then, the Hoover Dam breaks and the water spills over. Like, it was just such a cool
Yeah.
series because it showed you what would happen to places that if people disappeared all of a sudden, your nuclear power plants would melt down. You know what I mean? That type
It'd
of
be a
stuff.
wrap,
So,
yeah.
so
No,
that's
it's kinda
dude
crazy.
in 2027, if nobody was around, like you said, there would be probably dinosaurs walking around again. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like,
right? Like, you'd probably get eaten by like a gator.
yeah, exactly.
In Spain.
Exactly. Wild dogs. A pack of wild dogs, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
they just kill you.
yeah. But that was a
We
cool
had
show. if
like
you
a
could check it
taste
out.
of that with the COVID when everything was shut down.
Oh,
Oh,
legit.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was so weird.
That was the creepiest.
When
Drive
they had
around
the
and there was
dolphins?
nothing.
Right. Yeah, dolphins in like the
There's-
Hudson River and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
And
that
then,
Venice, the water was clear.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
that's
Look what we're
crazy.
doing to this planet, man. You know what I mean?
There was
Yeah.
actually I know I'm gonna take this off topic, and most of you guys don't know about this, but there's actually it's crazy because I was watching this anime, right? It's called Dr. Stone. If anybody doesn't know what that is,
Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone. Now, Dr. Stone is an anime that I first thought I was okay. It's gonna be whack. Like it's Dr. Stone. That sounds whack. But actually, I watched the anime, and it's about an anime. It goes, what if something happened around the world where humans turned to stone? Some random thing turned us all to stone, and for almost like I think it was like 1 million or billion years. I don't know how many years it was. Everything that we worked for is gone. Everything like electricity. We're all back to the Stone Age. That means grass and everything. There was no like factories. It was just everything was back to Stone Age. And basically, right? So we get freezing the stone, but there's some way to get out of the stone. I forgot what it was. It's some type of like scientific thing with like bat pee and like something else.
Bat pee.
It's like a mixture.
Bats already caused them.
Hold on.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
hold on. It's like a mixture. This is
Have some.
before coronavirus because this is an anime and manga.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
it was a mixture of bat urine and wine.
Oh, my
And
favorite.
what it did was
Now I'm really
they
hungry.
kind of
Nice
mixed
combo.
it up, and if you poured it on the stone, it like kind of broke the stone off. But they
But
don't.
who's going to pour it on you? If you're all
Basically-
stone, who
Well,
did the
well, what
pouring?
happened
Who
was-
did the mixing and the pouring?
I don't know. but
Oh,
in the
before
anime-
I turn to
Take about
stone.
100 years to pour it on
Hold
yourself.
on. In the anime, there's this guy. I forgot his name. They call him Doctor. Well, the whole thing, I forgot his name, but it is a dude,
This dude.
right?
Okay.
He gets broken free from the stone. And he wants to know, and he's like, when he was living, in the modern day life of electronics, and he was a school kid, and his dad, right? His dad wanted to be an astronaut, right?
Damn, Dr.
Now-
Stone
now,
hit him with the Hulk
Dr.
Hogan.
Stone-
He was
no,
like,
no.
I'm still living, brother. Like, hit him
No,
with the
this
stone.
is like before everything happens, right?
Yeah.
And you have to just watch the anime because it's crazy.
Maybe not.
And what happened was Dr. Stone,
You can just tell us
right?
all
He
about
wants
it.
to figure out how he got out of the stone because it can't be pure willpower. There's got to be something that breaks off the stone, right? Now this kid is
Is it
smart.
love?
No, this kid, he's
It's
smart.
gas.
It's smart, right?
It's like, oh,
this kid-
God.
Natural
when I
gas.
mean this
He
kid's
farted in the
smart,
stone, bro.
this man would
A bat came
only-
along and peed on him, and
No,
then
he loves like science. Like this kid is like he's like a science geek. Like this man loves like he knows about like thermal energy, right? And in this world of stone, what he's trying to do, what basically the whole story is about, is this guy is trying, well, this kid, this teenager, this high schooler, is trying to bring back the modern day world by skipping how many years it took to go back into the like, you know how the Stone Age took long and how it would be long to develop where we are now. Well, what he's trying to do, he's trying to get back from the Stone Age, but quickly going, back to the modern day, but not taking so years, like months or a week, because he knows how to make a thermal. He made a generator. He made a car. He made
What did he make it out
ramen.
of
He
stone?
made he made it out of he knows how
he
to
made
make it.
ramen noodles.
Like-
Where did he get the ramen noodles from?
Like no,
I
he
know.
didn't make
He did it
ramen.
there. He was like, he made
It was a
he made a
Flintstone star.
nuclear weapon. He made,
no, he did. He actually made
made a car.
dynamite.
It was
He
a Fred
made-
Flintstone car.
He made he makes a tank. He makes
From what?
Like out of just I don't know. This
Stone?
man, like you have to watch. Like, you
But what
have
is
to,
he
Granite.
like you have to
Chips
watch
it.
the anime because I
Chips it out of
just
stone.
See, here-
Marble.
here-
I think it's funny that like
Made of
Wayne
marble.
Wayne's like explaining all these amazing things that he did. He's like he made
He
thermodynamic
made
this
soda.
and,
Like, he
and
made,
he did
like,
you know
He made soda.
He made
Yeah.
Oh
like,
my God! Welcome to the modern world.
like he made katanas again. Like he's made, but it's
know.
kind of crazy because if you think it into that world, it's like everything's gone, and this kid's able to like make things back by like this man knows about soft, like all the elemental
Soft serve
materials.
ice cream?
All right.
Like he's like he
So
knows how
where's
to make
everybody
a
else during this
thermal gen-
time? Still turned
They're
to
still
stone.
stone.
So
Everything's stone, and
So
he
how
found
come he
this-
doesn't
like-
try and get
what he does
other
is-
people out?
He does.
he'd
He
rather
does.
make ramen
You have to watch. No.
and soda.
You have to. You
and a
have
car
To, you have
and
to
a
watch
thermal
the anime.
detonator.
Like you have to like.
Is
watch
it
the
is it
anime.
subtitled or
It's there's subtitles.
or is it dubbed?
There's subtitles.
Okay.
There is dub, but it's
Oh, I
on the-
forget that.
on
I
the-
won't be able to read it.
No,
On the,
you would need a new pair of glasses to read that.
on the
I feel like taking these off, but the other ones on.
Jason, what does that say?
on the
I don't know. You think I'm
You have
watching
to be
this?
in the mood to watch, a subtitled movie because you're like, oh god damn it, how am I going to watch the action on the screen and read at the same time? Like,
Yeah.
but on the
you got to be in the mood for that.
It's a
shit.
good anime
Yeah.
because I like it a lot because it shows how if something would happen to the world like that, it's like it shows how this kid he shows like his past, not backstory. You call it backstory.
He was stoned, wasn't he?
Yes, but it shows his backstory in modern day before it became stone. Basically, it's not. It begins. Everyone has a backstory. It's before this weird anomaly happened. It was just he was a kid at high school who was really smart. He was a leader of the science crew, and when he was such younger, he was such into science, and he loved doing science. And his dad wanted to be an astronaut, but he couldn't swim, so he failed the test. And what he did was he helped his dad. With some like weird thing, which it didn't work.
Oh, maybe his dad turned everybody to stone by mistake.
No, actually, his dad. I can't spoil that. I can't spoil his dad.
Sorry.
God, okay, so everybody watch
something-
Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone is a really good anime. My friend knows exactly what it is
Yeah.
because
I mean, the good thing.
really good anime.
The
And
good thing
it's-
is that like you can, I know that when I'm turned to stone, I can rely on the world's greatest leaders to make soda and ramen.
no, but like he makes
He's a
other
science
things.
I
Like,
live
he
on
knows-
something, right? Got tired of eating weeds.
Tired of eating stone soup.
Like not everything.
Bat
went
piss
to,
and wine.
not everything went to stone.
Of all things, bat, urine, and wine.
it was.
Like,
it
Why
what
was
doesn't he
kind
just
of
collect that and like
well, yes, he was. That's what
Remember
he
the
was
juice
doing.
weasel?
You have
Just
to
rub a
watch-
little that on my joints, Gertie.
the juice weasel?
Like
What kind of wine? Was it
You
like
had to-
Moscato or
no.
Rosé?
They had to use grapes. They basically
Rub a little
did.
that on my
Oh, it's
joints.
bat piss and grapes.
Like you have to watch the anime.
Oh my
like,
good
you
lord!
have
Maybe
to
I
watch
will just watch it just so I can
The
report
anime-
back on what.
We're going to get a lot of
watch
hate
the
from the
anime-
anime community.
I love
We
it.
love
I love
anime.
I love
Naruto
anime.
run, everyone. We love anime.
Like,
Listen, that's for you and Jacob to get on.
Yeah, you
Like-
guys can talk about that.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
dude, I
like
will- I will-
Dragon
I'm-
Ball Z and
funny
like
part
those
is,
ones.
anybody
Don't be
knows
into anime.
I'm wearing
Just
a.
don't be like,
I'm wearing a.
Yeah,
I'm wearing a Kill shirt. If anyone knows who Kill is, that's a really good anime.
yeah.
Like it's very funny. It reminds me of a really old
Nobody's
cartoon.
turned to stone or anything like that.
No, it's actually a really good. Like I wouldn't explain
is
that
he holding a
anime,
bottle of wine?
but like it's a really
Take
good
a
anime.
piss. I'm a bat and I gotta take a piss. I'm gonna piss.
I'm going to unstone somebody today.
Oh, my belly hurts.
Like
I'm going to bless someone today with this
it's a good anime.
stone.
Like, but
Sorry, we don't mean to laugh at you, Wade. It's just
we're not laughing at
no,
you. This is
we're
just,
not laughing at you.
this is-
We're laughing
this is
with
content.
you.
Yeah.
it's just it's really good anime,
We're laughing
Yeah.
with
and
you.
I get it. You guys don't really understand it, and
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's-
animes leave a lot to the imagination, that's for sure. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I've watched your fair
It's
share.
kind of the point of it.
Sheetrock,
Yeah,
honey.
Right, your fair share of animes in like the 90s. Remember that was like a big thing, the
Yu
animes.
Hakusho
You know,
and Inuyasha.
Yeah.
Vampire Hunter D and Akira and all those animes. Like those are old school and those are really good. So
Even
I'm not
Yu-Gi-Oh!
hating on
Isn't
anime.
Speed
Speed
was an
Racer,
anime.
like an anime.
No, that's not an anime. That's a cartoon.
oh, okay.
Cartoons
Right,
are
but it's
Because
your-
I remember
it's
Debbie
your-
watching them, and I'm
Right.
like,
And that's your Japanese style,
Do not
too, so.
go
Okay.
around. There's one thing you don't want to do. You'll never
Uh-oh.
go around and say
Dems fighting words.
something's a cartoon because the cartoon's a cartoon and anime is an anime.
Oh, see, there's a difference, Holly.
There's a-
a
there's a-
cartoon
it-
is
it
a
looks-
cartoon,
it-
and an
it's-
anime.
well,
I
I,
can't
like
sit down,
Scooby Doo,
but
and if
I
it
don't
doesn't
listen-
look like Scooby Doo, I don't
Listen.
watch it.
It's like
What
listen,
about remember like the Hanna-Barbera cartoons and stuff like that when we were
Like
we were
Captain
little?
Caveman?
Yeah,
It's
like
like-
Captain Caveman and Underdog and
it's
I like
kinda
Magilla Gorilla.
oh yeah, of course you would.
It's like I'm not a real strickler of that, but it's like don't go around. I'm just telling you
Strickler.
for future wise, don't go around and tell an anime person is SpongeBob an anime because
Oh,
they
I
will
know
they
that's
will
not. Yeah, I know that.
no they
Yes.
will no there will be some people, not saying all, not
They might pull a knife
they
and
will
stab you.
you don't yes they might
Oh,
they
they
will.
might pull out their double
Dirty Dan.
double
They
double
might-
katanas and slice your.
But
slice your head
I'm not going to sit down.
Like
I'm not going
Patrick
to sit
Star.
down and disband the anime community because I'm part of there, and I love the
we
anime.
love
community.
anime.
And I'm an anime dude. I
What are you
would.
pointing at, Victoria?
I would
That's
wanna
why-
I
go
don't
to-
like how they're. I don't like how they are, the anime.
What?
What?
I
What do you
really
mean?
don't like to watch, what's the one that you play on upstairs? on the video game.
Dragon Ball Z.
Talking about Dragon
Yeah,
Ball.
like
Dragon
I
Ball
know.
Z.
Come on, Dragon Ball Z is a
Hummy.
classic.
And then there's
It's just yelling.
was never into Pokemon.
Not a lot of
But the
yelling.
thing with Dragon Ball
There's a lot
Z
of-
is you
'cause
could
they're
watch
fighting.
that show and then not watch it for 5 years and turn it on. It's the same goddamn fight scene that's going on each and every
It's
time
actually-
you turn it on.
But
That's
even
bad,
like
though.
Pokemon.
Pokemon's trash.
into that.
I don't like Pokemon.
Never into any
But
of that.
Card
if you like
Captor
Pokemon,
Sakura.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh friend. I like
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I like
Yes,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
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 My
yep.
friend's a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Shout out to my friend Mari.
Yep,
he
yep.
loves Yu-Gi-Oh. That man.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Card Captors, Sailor Moon, you know what I mean?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
Zoe
like
likes
Sailor
Sailor Moon,
Moon.
right?
Sailor Moon.
I think
Sailor
Anna
Moon
did
to me
too.
was trash.
Because they were girls, weren't they?
No, I just don't like Sailor Moon.
Misogynist.
here we go again.
Misogynist.
No, I just don't
Misogyny.
like
It's because they were
Moon.
girls.
No, it's just bad.
Because they
It
were
looks so bad.
girls.
No, I
Sailor
like,
Moon was not
No,
bad.
because then that's saying
What are you
I have a
pointing at,
kill
girl?
shirt.
There's a silverfish on the court right there.
A what?
Right there.
Kill it.
Oh,
Wayne
God,
doesn't
don't-
like
don't
bugs.
tell
Oh, I
Wayne.
see it. Oh, it's going to get you, Wayne.
Don't tell Wayne.
I am
Where?
mine though.
It's right there. So yeah, Victoria's been stressing over that. She keeps saying, "She's look at this, look at the mic." I'm like, Victoria,
sorry.
relax. You're not gonna die,
Go
bro.
get your shoe and
Basically-
kill it.
There's antennas.
Basically,
Hold
I have a kill shirt, and I just
Well, you better kill that.
You better kill that bug.
there's also
Oh, Jason, squish it with his bare hands. What a beast.
I don't do that. That's
Oh.
Eat
kinda
it, Jason.
weird.
Then wipe it on Wayne's
Eat it.
No, I like this shirt. Don't wipe my
That's what I
shirt.
do at work all day.
protein.
Kill bugs?
You do, and save turtles.
Oh, yes. Jason saved
He's
the
part
turtle
of the turtle
today.
club. Turtle.
Yeah,
Don't you
so
like
when
me
I-
because I'm not turtly enough? Turtle.
Remember, used
Yeah,
to watch
this is just
all the
yeah.
time.
Speaking of anime, I might have to go on the
Turtle. What
TV
time is it? Oh, my God. It's
downstairs.
10:35.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. I gotta get up. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to be at work at 6 a.m.
yeah.
Yeah,
tomorrow
so
morning.
6 hours. Yeah.
I am a nurse, so don't come into the hospital because I won't be able to take care of you properly because I'll be too tired and I'll be a bitch.
Can I say something?
Yeah. What do you want to say?
Speak, girl.
You gotta
Preach
put
it.
on the local thing.
Preach it,
Jay,
girl, preach it.
for
Talk.
her.
Just talk like that. No, don't get close. Just talk like that.
Love you, bro. Thank you for saving the turtle very
Aw.
much. Your turtle
Jason,
saver
Jason, you gotta
and
use
animal
the
saver.
soundboard.
Woohoo!
Thank you. I
Soundboard.
appreciate it.
Love you,
Turtle
bro.
saver. Turtle saver. Turtle saver.
That could be a new anime.
Turtle saver. Well, that's the TMT. That's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay.
Is it this one? I
No,
think
no,
it was
it's the
this one.
bottom
No, it was this
bottom
this
one.
one.
Crickets.
That's what when Victoria goes off on tangent. She's like, "Well, I went to I,"
Oh, crickets.
and we just play that in the background.
What other kind of music do you? What other kind of sounds you got on there?
We have this one.
Oh, yay! And there's much rejoicing.
Can you hear? Oh, you can't hear it?
And there's this one. This is like a
Oh, but I'm
joke.
ching.
Drum
That's a
roll.
rum. Yeah, the
It's a lot
rim
of
shot.
jokes.
yeah. And then you already heard this one. This one's
The
like
crickets.
what we got. The laugh track, sad trombone,
Wah, wah. Ooh,
Scary nights.
scary.
Yo, we should do like a horror.
Oh
pod.
yes, we will do a horror podcast.
I like that.
Horror podcast.
I want to do one in October.
Yes.
I want to do one on
Oh
Halloween.
my God!
join.
And we're gonna set the theme. Let me
Ooh,
decorate.
can we dress
No,
up?
it's gonna be this though. We're gonna be here. We're gonna
it's
do
gonna
like
be
this.
dark.
I will
Decorate.
join
Let's do
you.
a
Yeah.
seance.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, you pussy! Rise, table, rise!
And then
I'm
our
moving
house
out
could
the
be
house.
haunted forever.
I'm moving out the house.
Yeah, I'll be like, but not too far because this is a lot of equipment. All right, Ghost. Like, let's just take it
To be
easy.
honest,
Let's do a seance.
I'm
I'll be
moving out
honest.
the house
If
after
we
that.
do a seance, I'm moving over to Tara.
You're moving over. To
I'm gonna
my
have to wear a adult brief.
You know what's
do a
funny?
seance.
You know what's funny? My friends always talk to me because they're like, man, what would you be like in the horror films? I said I wouldn't be anybody in the horror films. They're like, why? Because I wouldn't be a part of it at all. I'll be that one dude where they'd be like, because my friends would be like, oh come on, man, you would come with us.
Nope.
Like what if this person came with us? I'll be like,
So
good luck, because I'm playing
Exactly.
XP Weekend Call of Duty, and if you call me to help you, I'm going to immediately hang up.
Yeah, Wayne's not leaving the
You
house.
should tell them no
I'm
way
not
because
coming near
black
you.
people always get killed first.
Exactly.
For real, that's what I say. And I'm just
like, I'm not
I'm
going.
like, first of all,
Yeah.
I asked this question. I'm like, first of all, what is the reason for to go? because my friend's like, oh, bro, what if it's like a place where a killer's there and like killings recently been happening there? I'm like, first of all,
Let's go spend the night.
Why did you say? Why did you come up and
With just
tell
a
me? Right?
flashlight.
Let's do the podcast in the house.
I said, first of all,
go.
If they have electric in
I sat down.
2027, one of those has got to have electricity.
Sat
Still.
down, right? And I was just like, first of all, listen to yourself. One, you said recent killings have been going on at the house, and you want to go?
Yeah, recently?
Recently? Like, I'm
Well,
not
that would
going to
be
go
like
to
taped
no
off
killers.
by like police, tape and all that stuff.
I don't care if it
and,
was
you
some
know.
dude with some
Exactly.
bowl of candy.
So you
I
wouldn't
am
be able to
not
get in
going to no killer's house, and I ain't gonna play that. Oh, let's go searching. All right, if there's a ghost in my house, I'm moving. Like we're not staying.
Like, what's that noise? Let's go look.
My friends.
All right, moving.
So me and my friends made a joke, right? Because we were like, what if we lived together? What if our friends were possessed, right? And me and my friend Maury, looked at it, right? We're talking to each other, and we're like, you already know what it is. When one person's possessed, we are gone.
You're
all right?
gone. You're not
We're
gonna
the-
try to help
Because
that
we're
person?
the two black guys. all
Out,
right?
Satan.
We already know what happens to the two
Yeah.
Well,
black
I'm
guys.
white. I'm white, so I'm going to be like,
Excuse me, sir, but are you okay? Oh
Yeah.
my God, what
Nope.
can I do to help you?
The two black,
I'm
the
dead.
two black guys are gone. All right, we looked at each
yeah,
other.
you see the black guys running,
There's
you
a-
run too.
There's a
Exactly.
There's a
Don't ask
YouTube-
why, just follow.
There's a YouTube group that did a horror thing,
Just
right?
run.
And they were talking about it was like some horror movie. It says black people in horror movie. Black
Oh, yeah.
casters were in horror movies, and it was like this dude, and this guy was like, he was getting his friend. He goes, yo, pack your stuff. We gotta go. Our friend's possessed, right? and they're like, what? He's possessed. They all like peek around the corner, and the dude's just like acting like if he's possessed, and the guy's like, who's driving? So they were just like,
all
right,
did
I
those.
Is
was
this the
like,
Wayne brothers?
I was like,
No, this is guys on YouTube.
Oh,
I know
they're
what-
called
I know what
they're
he's
called
talking
RDC.
Yeah.
RDC World One, which
They're funny.
They're funny guys, and that's how me and my friend saw each other. Goes, we're gonna be like those guys. Like, we're just
Yeah.
gonna leave.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
not messing with.
You're
that.
not
I said,
messing around.
I told him. I said, if I hear one creepy little whisper in the house, the day I move in is the day I'm leaving, because I am not staying at no.
No, his whole family. He's like,
You're out the
listen, we
door.
have the U-Haul for another 2 days. We have that many days to find another house.
It's funny. Yeah, definitely do a Halloweeny one, like a scary
cool.
one. We'll talk about
I'm so down. I can't
scary
wait.
movies, horror movies,
Zombie stuff.
Yeah.
zombies, demons, ghosts.
I
That'd be
like
some
that kind of
awesome
stuff for just October. Like October, I'm kind of cool with it because I think we get a pass because like ghosts and demons are like, all right, well, it is, it's a holiday.
They're like, all right, bro.
Yeah, they're like, all right, like everyone's
it's
doing
like
it.
my birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all
Right?
about it.
But like if you're doing that in like March, they're like, all right, now we got to come see you and like we
No,
gotta have a
We're
conversation
gonna
now.
swallow your
mean-
soul.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mob with the horror stuff. Any day there's.
Oh, I
something
love horror stuff.
My
Yeah.
brother
I
makes
got
a
many
joke.
fandoms.
I'll be
Brother
honest.
makes a joke because he sits down and he goes, Wayne, if you ever go in a haunted house, you're gonna punch somebody.
Oh,
Because-
yeah.
I don't trust. We're gonna get thrown out by security.
because if someone ever knows, there's two things. All right. One, I'm a fight and flight. If there's a way to run, I'm running.
You're
if
running.
I'm stuck in the corner and you jump out in front of me, you're getting boxed.
Oh,
all right.
okay.
It's boxing. I'm throwing hands. I'm making sure I'm hitting something. All right. If I'm
including me, who's gonna be in front of him. So he's gonna knock me out. I'm gonna hit the floor. He's gonna trample me, and then we're both gonna get thrown out by security.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
and
I'll
my
be
brother made
honest.
a joke about it.
You want to be honest?
Go.
Good. Be honest.
I'll be honest. What's so scary about 3 a.m.?
That's the witching hour.
Yeah, but
press
what's
it,
so
Jay, press
scary
it, press
about it?
It's the witching hour.
That's
witching
when all
hour.
them come out. Not for nothing, but where I work.
I'm just joking.
Not for nothing, but where I work, it was 2:45.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
And
here we go.
Here we go, mom's
Well,
ghost
this will be a
stories.
down in the solarium at the end of the hall from the nurse's station, we heard this loud crash. And like it
Kablunk.
looked like somebody had thrown something out of the solarium. And here it was the clock. And nobody was around. Everyone was in bed sleeping. Me and the nurse aide were up at the desk and we were like, oh shit.
Was the clock on the wall or was it on like a table?
It was on the wall.
Ooh, it was on the wall.
And it was
Dude.
broken when because it looked like someone had thrown
I'm
it.
quitting.
Ooh.
And it broke.
I'm quitting.
And the clock said Actually, it said 219.
I'm quitting.
And it was right. We're like, whoa.
That's creepy.
If I was in that
You're
job,
walking around
I'd be like,
with goose pimples.
Creepy.
I'm quitting.
Ooh.
That's
Back in the bag.
crazy.
Bro, you can make like a funny
I
skit
just
with
felt-
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can make like a whole funny skit with that song.
I just felt a shiver went down my spine.
Ooh.
I know,
It's crazy.
because we're in the
It really
basement right
is.
now. We're in the basement.
Scary.
At
stuff.
10 o'clock, you know.
My job is over 100 years old, so
Oh,
you know
yeah,
there's a
there's
lot of dead people
People dying
walking
there
around
all the
there.
time, man. That's some scary stuff.
But there's also a lot of black ghosts.
Oh,
that are
I
just
gotta-
like,
I gotta-
listen,
I gotta
dude,
tell
like,
the
these other
story,
guys
bro.
here are tripping right now.
I
Like,
gotta tell the
Exactly.
story. So I think I remember this. It was like, I don't know, some summer back then. It's but like when we came to this house, and I was in my room. And I was up. Right, I was up watching YouTube videos because I couldn't sleep.
Of course you were.
It was like late at night.
that's what everyone does.
It was late at night, and I think I told mom about this.
Uh-oh.
I think I told dad or mom about this. And you never had that feeling. Like, I always have those feelings like someone's looking at me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I always
Gosh.
look, I always see the person that's looking at me, and I give eye contact with them, and they just like look away, and I'm just like, oh, right. So I'm just like, oh, I was right. There's always, but. Someone was weird about this one because I was just in my room, and this is before I had like the bed. You know, what I mean, I was sleeping on like a futon mattress on the floor, right? And I was just sitting there chilling, and I was like, somebody's like watching me, like, and I looked behind me, and it was crazy because I saw like this black big figure with like a suit on,
Oh.
and then he just like left my room.
Sure it wasn't your dad.
It was gone. No, because I asked dad about this. And the crazy part was, I told mom about it. I was like, Mom, like, I was sleeping. I was, like, up watching YouTube videos, and I look behind, and there's, like, this black, like, dude with a, like, black figure with, like, a suit and tie, and he just, like, walked out of my room, but, like, the door didn't open.
Ew,
just-
what?
he
Your
just-
door was closed.
Did he
was
have
like-
glasses on?
This is when we had
you see if he had
it was, like,
glasses?
where the wooden thing was, like, right on the side. where,
Right,
like,
right.
the thing was.
Right.
And he just, like, went behind there, and like, you know how would you hear like my door open or close? No door open was closed. He just walked out and vanished, and then I never saw that again. And I just sat down. I was like,
You cried.
Next day I
And you
woke up.
peed your
No, I
pants.
didn't.
I would have.
I honestly, the funny part was I was honestly tired, so I didn't think about it until I woke up, and then I was like, Mom, you know, there was like this figure, right? And my mom was like, what if that was like your granddad, like from your father's side?
But yeah, he was
that what
tall.
you
Yeah,
asked?
Yeah, he was a
About the-
tall man with They had glasses like yours. He had black rimmed glasses.
And I was sitting there, and I was like, what if my granddad came to look at me and check
Yeah,
on me?
check
and
in
then,
on ya.
And then he left.
That's crazy.
And then I
what if he looks at you? He's like, "You
I
shave,
believe
boy. You better need a shave.
And I sat
You
down.
need a shave. Need a haircut.
I
New
sat
clothes."
And the crazy part was, I have so many of these stories. I have
Well,
so
let's
many.
save them. Let's save them for the Halloween podcast.
I'll save one more. And it was at the apartments, and I think I was outside hanging
Oof,
out.
I had a couple of those.
It was apartments. It was at the apartments. It was like at the apartments we used to live at. And I think I was hanging out with my cousin. We were outside with our friends, and we were like playing hide and seek or something. And hide and seek was like intense when we played there because you couldn't find nobody, and everyone was so quiet, and you can hear like the birds and everything in the summer. And I was just,
Crickets.
I was walking. I'm walking looking for people, right? Because I'm it, and I heard a loud, "Hey!" Right, like a loud "A," right? And I was just like, who's yelling, right? Some crazy guy. I went to everyone. I was like, did you guys hear that "hey"? Because it was like outside, like someone outside. And my friend's like, what are you talking about? No one yelled. Like nobody yelled "hey." And I'm sitting down like no. Someone said "hey." Like you guys bugging. Like, you tripping. And no, even I asked my cousin, and he even said no. And I sat down. I was just like, because it's weird because it happens to me all the time. I have so many stories about like hearing people call my name.
Oh,
Oof,
and,
you gotta
like,
get that.
yeah. I
people
had that
people calling
a
my
couple
name,
times.
saying "hey," or just like seeing a figure or something, or like lights flickering or something falling on the ground.
Dead people.
Like I don't see dead people, but it's like
I can feel them. My hair
it's like
stands up.
rare, and it's just like I sit down and
That's
I'm
cool,
just
though.
like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool stuff, man.
Like I've never sat down. Like I was like a kid. I was like not even like, and I wasn't even like old and like 13. I was just like 6 or 5 or something, like hanging out with like a cousin trying to play hide and seek, and you just hear somebody yell "hey."
Yeah, that's creepy.
That even happened at like the That happened like twice. One when we were outside, and one when we went to like the playground. And it was just like, what?
How about the
going on?
cemetery?
Yeah, we don't go to no cemetery. I don't think
I
I
don't-
play there.
I mean, if they happen to me, they happen to me. But I'm not gonna put myself in a
You gotta-
position.
you
How
gotta
about
be
when you
haunted.
pass that cemetery with
Actually-
those
Dude, we were driving.
Yeah,
We're
it's
driving
just-
to Philadelphia. We saw 2 vultures walking out of a cemetery by a church.
chilling.
We're like, yeah, let's wrap this up.
Speed up a
quick,
little bit.
quick, yeah, quick.
Quick.
crazy.
Because this is dark stuff happening.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very scary, man.
shit,
No, let's save it. No, let's save
No.
it. Let's
All right,
save it.
we'll save it.
We're going to
Alright.
save it.
All right.
We're going to save it because it's getting late. So
Yeah.
we're going to save it. Gotta do the next
All
one.
right, so that about wraps it up for everyone. Thank you for coming on.
Yes.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
We have to do this again in October for sure.
Definitely
Yeah.
October for that.
Heck
But
yeah.
again, like I said, more Star Wars.
For
We
sure,
can do
for
any,
sure.
You know, I would like to do the women in Star Wars, even though Wayne hates women in Star Wars.
I do not hate women in Star Wars. What?
He's a misogynist.
I'm
oh my
not a
God,
misogynist.
Like, how could you not like girl?
I
You
do.
can massage against massage.
I
my
like.
feet.
Ew.
Zeus.
Yes.
I like the girl from.
Thank
I
you for
like
having
that
us.
bounty
Having
hunter
me.
girl.
Which one?
She had like
Hunter
a
girl?
thing face.
That's
that,
Sam Wessel.
Yeah, I had. I like that one. I like the one with
What's a
the
thing
I
face?
forgot her race, but she had to wear. She was friends with Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. She was blue, and she had like things in the back.
Ayla Secor.
Yeah, I think that's her. And I also liked I liked Ahsoka. I like come on, I'm not
That's
a
all right.
misogynist.
Bro, you don't have to prove it. This is just jokes. You don't. We don't need a role. We don't need like a track record of your
can't hear
non-misogyny.
I'm not
You're
a
non-misogyny.
Yeah, we're just joking, right?
I just didn't
teasing
like
ya.
the new movies.
That's okay.
No.
Bro, we're just joking. Relax. It's okay. All right. Well, that is another episode of the Lunchable Podcast. Thank you guys for
Yes.
coming on.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
appreciate
Oh, you're
you
welcome.
guys. So
what it is.
as usual, check us out on all platforms. If you can't find it, go to our Instagram, which is TheLnchtablePodcast. All one word, THE, but no U. So a lot of people put LUNCH. It's just LNC.
No, you. There's always a you because you guys are here with us, but not in that.
Yeah. There's no U letter. But yeah, so check us out. We have our website in there. You just click on the website, and then we have all of our links to all of the different platforms on that. If you can't find us, go to our Instagram, click on that. Same thing with our Facebook, click on that. On all platforms. So please enjoy this podcast. All right, thanks,
The fam
guys.
is out.
Bye.
you later.
See you later.
Bye.
The fam's out.
What time did you say that? All right, bye, guys.
Later, guys.
Just we hook them up here.